I always forget I don't have a transition. Hi. We're like an entire hour late, pretty much. Sorry. I promise I had important things I was doing. One of those things may have involved petting my dog. But I assure you the rest were very, very important. No, actually, that was the most important. Let's be real, that was the most important. You guys aren't mad, right? Oh, I didn't get chat. That's why I can't see you guys. Hold on. This is fine. I just, needed to make sure. Also, TGM, thank you for the raid on the Twitch side. I still don't know how to do shoutouts right here. To figure out how to set them out. I know it's been done before, so I know it's possible, but my brain, I don't remember. I had to make sure that some really important stuff was done. Mainly, I just had to contact a lot of people, which took significantly more time than I anticipated and always tends to. I feel like with big projects in general, that's one thing that's always underestimated. The amount of time just communicating with people. It can literally be the most time-consuming part. And it's the part that no one ever really thinks about. Yeah. But it's finally done for now. I think I won't have to contact everyone again. So, unless they have any questions or anything, then I'm more than happy to contact people. But yeah, that should at least be the last mass contact. It's the coordinating that can be kind of rough. It's not bad. Like, of course, I wouldn't do big things if I couldn't handle it. It's just overwhelming, especially the closer you get to like big things being done, the more overwhelming it can get. So in those last final stretches, you really gotta tough it out. You gotta be really powerful and strong, and that's what I'm trying to do. I probably won't chat for a full section quite as long as usual before starting, just because we're already so late. Yeah. I know that you guys want me to see the Assassin's Creed event promo thing though, so I do want to watch that before we start. I don't really know if I have, like, honestly, the default, why am I here? The default Poison crew is pretty much my main. Just, you know, the standard Sotheby, Willow, Tuesday, Isolde goodness. Toxic women who smash things with poison, that is the ideal. I love them. Oh.
Being off duty. Such a
Now, the poison team is fun. It's peak.
Well,
I love them to bits. I'll say hi to everyone real quick, and then maybe we can watch the trailer. Hold on, let me have a sip, actually. Okay. Hello, Immortal You, and Vongala, and Nostromo, and Patrick Connor, and TGM, and me accidentally posting in chat and deleting my messages really fast. And Blake, and Adrenal Storm, and Team Spartan. I don't know how many of you guys are still here, but thank you for the raid. Hello, Basically, and Shinru Masaki, and Josh. How was the movie? I hope it was good. Hello, my cure. Hello, Cake. And hello, Mohammed Ilyas. It is good time zones, indeed. Actually, it's probably bad time zone for me to start, but I don't really care. Hello, Excitement. Let me see. You knew I was petting my dog. Can you blame me? Can you blame me? You haven't seen her, but I was also vacuuming my dog. She really wanted a vacuum. She won't let me brush her. But she really likes being vacuumed with the hand vacuum as long as the charge isn't all the way. For some reason, it gets the loose fur, and it makes her really happy. Like, she'll roll over. She wants her belly vacuumed. I think my dog is broken. I'm the CGM on the Twitch side. Let's see. Hello, Smash Legend. Hello, Cyprox. Hello, Kingdom Heart. I do have a lot of characters, yeah. I've been playing since day one, so I don't perceive the amount of costumes I've purchased, please. Don't look. Don't look. I probably look like a whale, but it's all spent over time, so I don't think I'd call it a whale. I only do that in the monthly pass. I've never spent anything else in this game. But I do like the costumes. They kind of look quite nice. Gucci, I'll be having a rerun. Nice! I love my Birdman! Gucci's one of my favorites. I don't really use him that much anymore, though, because I don't really have a strong physical team. Unfortunately. I don't really know who to build up, because in case there's a battle where I need it, I should have a physical team. I used to use a Jessica Poison team, but if I'm using Poison, it doesn't make any sense to add him in when I can just add Sotheby and Tuesdays. So, I don't know. Hello, Sisters. That's true, I do have the funds if I need more costume. I'm not sure how I feel about the current ones. This one's okay. I do actually like it, but I don't know if I like it enough to buy. Like, the hat is kind of It's like a bit much. It's cute, but I really like her default, so I don't really know if I need it, per se. The other ones that are currently active, I already, No, look! I honestly would probably buy this one if I had Argus. I do not have Argus. If I get Argus, though, then I might require this if I get Argus. But right now, I do not have Argus.
Sometimes,
unfortunately, she did not come home.
People with great responsibility are always absorbed by their work and neglect many other things.
I'll be getting a Euphoria. That's good. Who's the best physical DPS? I genuinely don't know who to use as a physical DPS. Olive physical is probably mental. He's mentally insane, at least.
One preaches peace and tolerance, while the other commits
yeah.
unforgivable crime.
Olive dealing mental damage makes a lot of sense. Also, don't worry, I'll move out of the way when I start the event. I still need to make a team for him. I love him. I don't even know if I'll use him necessarily. I just wanted to have him. I wanted to collect him in my cupboard. I love him, though!
Unexpectedly.
I need to give him a team! He's so good! I love Gutya! I might like him more than Olive. Olive temporarily, like, won me over. The serial killer vibe was quite good, but also shirtless Birdman.
I will try it.
It's pretty peak. Hello, Jeremy Scott Hollister. I haven't seen the Assassin's Creed live stream yet. I do want to watch the trailer very soon, though. I was going to stay up all night and react to it. Well, actually, I was going to wake up and react to it, but unfortunately, I had to pull an all-nighter getting some work done. By the time when was it? I had to get some stuff done even after I turned off the computer. By the time I got to sleep, the sun was up, and I just... I had to prioritize my well-being. So that didn't really happen. I don't know who is the best physical damage. Is it too physical?
Listen up. You've got a different look.
Reality!
So it's time for a
Oh!
attitude.
I can pair her with
You're
Guchan.
not scaring people anymore.
That kind of works anyway.
No
'Cause they're from
more
the same
being
event.
naughty. Oh, Virgil,
That'll work.
You're here.
Hmm.
I was just laying some ground rules.
I'll
for my
build some
doll.
sort of team for the two of them whenever I need physical, I guess. And then some good supports. I'll misplay Euphoria 2 is probably the strangest. Wait, she's getting a Euphoria? Even she's not.
Listen up.
Why?
You've got a different look now. So
She
it's
wasn't
time
OP
for a
enough
different
anymore.
attitude.
Even though she's still one of the top
can't go
units, they had to bring her up to
people
being like
anymore.
absolutely cracked and dangerous. I mean,
No
I'm not
more being
complaining.
naughty. Oh,
I like
Virgil.
using her. That's just crazy. She doesn't need one. Alaf synergizes Voyager and Matilda. I don't really use either of them is the problem. It's like, I don't know if I'll have a team for him, but he's baby girl, so I need
One
him.
lives, while the other dies.
I'll
One
definitely
creature
use him when I
feasts.
play through the main chapter. I'm really behind. I still need to play chapter 7 onwards. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be here or somewhere else, or if I'll be able to get around to it, but I really hope so. For right now, though, I didn't want to miss the event, so... So, Euphoria 2.7. Wait! Her Euphoria's now? I just, like, never noticed. I haven't been the greatest at keeping up with this because I've been a little
Listen
overwhelmed.
up.
You're right!
You've got a
Hot
different look now.
damn!
So it's time for a different
Oh, she's
attitude.
about to, like, beat up
You can't go
everything.
around
After her Euphoria, you don't have to worry about her liquor stack? Dang! Okay, she's gonna be really good then. Using her for auto farming when she has like a type advantage is gonna be quite good. I didn't get Euphoria Cocoon. I have one Euphoria Cocoon. I've like maxed out Sotheby. I don't think I have anything else.
Listen up. You've
If you
got
have
a
to grind
different
for
look
it, I have
now.
not.
So it's
But let me see. I want to pull up the trailer for Assassin's Creed. Let's see. Lucy will have an Euphoria? Can we maybe give Euphoria to like characters who need it, not Lucy? What do you mean? Next, you're gonna tell me they're giving Nala a Euphoria. Why? Why? It's so weird. Okay, so the live stream was an hour and 15 minutes. Good thing I didn't stay up then. Although based on how many views it has, I think I should have stayed up. I know for next time anyway. Let's look at the trailer though. I knew it probably would have been a good idea too. I wouldn't have wanted to, how do I explain this? I wouldn't have wanted to stay up that late for something here. And because of the copyright strike, I thought it was too risky for other purposes, like for somewhere else to include it. Give me a sec. Let's watch the collab trailer. I've been really curious how this collab is going to play out because it's their first story collab, right? And character collab. They've only had costume collabs before, I think. The Discovery Channel, which I still think is the best collab any gacha game has ever had, just saying. But, okay. Sorry, I was confused about something. There we go. Okay, let's give it a look. I'm sure there's a lot more than just the characters in this trailer too. It's a patch that's coming out globally at the same time.
Have you finished sharpening that knife?
Soon, Signore.
Voice
It's
acting in it's so
difficult to
good.
work with these cracked ribs. Not to mention this fever.
I just realized that they meant his actual ribs are cracked. I was trying to think, like, what's cracked ribs? Me thinking, like, cracked pepper on ribs. I was like, I've heard of, like, roasted ribs or whatever. I've never heard of cracked ribs. And then I'm like, oh, cracked ribs. Oh.
Stop whining and get to work.
All right.
Is it Da Vinci?
Forgive me.
I have to admit really quickly, I've never played Assassin's Creed. I wanted to watch... Wait, should I watch the 3 minutes Assassin's Creed explaining video before I watch this? Maybe. Maybe. Hold on. Also, that's an Apple costume, I think, that I really want. I know there was one sent to me. Hold on. Maybe I should watch that first. I'm trying to find it. I know there was one. Where was it put? Hold on. Ignore my stomach growling. It just always does that, you know? Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna get around to playing Assassin's Creed, probably. I think this is, like, a joke video, but it's by Arcade Cloud. It's the entire Assassin's Creed in 3 minutes. I'm hoping... There, as you can see the username, and you can go check it out. I'm hoping this can explain enough to give me, like, the rudimentary... Let's see.
This is the story of the major home console releases of Assassin's Creed in 3 minutes. We
Nice!
tried compacting everything we could down to the bare necessities because these games have tons
Hello,
of
Brandon.
information. Let's begin. The dawn of
Yeah! I know who Da Vinci is, but I don't know, like, Da Vinci in Assassin's Creed wise.
The Divinical race known as the Isu create man to do their bidding. They create the relics known as the Pieces of Eden in order to control human thought and manipulate mortality. As well
Nice!
as
I
the
love
observable,
manipulating
which is able to
mortality.
find any human being on the planet with a simple blood test. In order to preserve their own DNA, they create human Isu hybrids, 2 of which are called Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve rebel and steal one of the Pieces of Eden,
course it
an
is.
apple of Eden, sparking a war between the Isu
Wait!
and the humans.
I just imagine that someone's gonna try to eat apple in this collab. Next.
The Isu become aware of an impending apocalyptic storm called the Toba Catastrophe and create secret underground temples to safeguard themselves. But the Toba Catastrophe hits earlier than expected and wipes out almost all the Isu and humans. The remaining Isu and humans work together to restore mankind. But while human beings steadily repopulate, the Isu fall into extinction. In order to warn the world of the second coming of the Toba Catastrophe, the Isu hide prehistoric but technologically advanced warnings all over the world in secret
You're all
locations.
gonna die!
Time passes on, 2 secret warring factions battle to decide the fate of mankind: the Assassin's Brotherhood and the Templar Order. While the Templars
Okay. So Templar and Assassins do not get along. They are opposites. I gotta remember this. It's gonna be, like, crucial in the lore. You guys underestimate my brain. I have to remember this. I'm not going to remember, so I'm trying to drill it into my brain.
2 secret warring factions battle to decide the fate of mankind. The
Triangle
Assassin's
thing is
Brotherhood
assassins.
And the Templar Order. While the Templars seek to control the free will of man, the Assassins fight back in an attempt to allow mankind the freedom of choice. Both sides seek the Pieces of Eden. In 1191, Assassin Altair discovers a mole within the Assassin Brotherhood. He wipes out the mole, finds the Apple of Eden, as well as a map to the locations of the other Pieces of Eden scattered all over the world. Altair becomes the leader of the Brotherhood, but a mutiny is set against him. He exiles himself, returns and takes back his leadership position, then locks away his memories and keys he leaves behind. He locks himself and the apple in a temple. In the 15th century,
I
an
feel like
assassin
he just died locked in there with an apple.
named Ezio learns of
It's
Altair's
like the Manus on reverse. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think that the stories might kind of mesh together well because I was gonna say they're kind of giving like Manus Vindictae vibes, like wanting to control humanity, but they're the Arcanists. Except in this case, they're just cult leaders.
memories and begins to uncover the mystery of the Isu. Ezio fights the influence of the Pope and restores the Brotherhood name back to its rightful place. Years later, an assassin known as Edward Kenway adopts the pirate lifestyle and attempts to stop the local Templars from finding a man called the Sage, who knows the location of the observatory. Edward seals the observatory away from the Templars and has a son named Hatham. Hatham grows up, becomes a Templar, and encounters an assassin named Cormac, who uncovers a treasonous plot by...
You can tell what type of terrible person I am and how I've just been in way too much fandom for way too long, because my first reaction seeing him come up like the assassin and the Templar, it's like I know it's gonna be like they're mortal enemies. My entire brain was like, I think they should kiss.
Hatham and Cormac stop the plot, and Hatham has a son named Connor. Connor becomes an assassin, kills his dad, and hides one of the keys to the Isu's secret temple. In 1776, an assassin named Arno stops a Templar plot by using a Sword of Eden. In 1868, twin assassins Evie and Jacob recover the Shroud of Eden from the Templars, a device which gives immortality. In 1937, the modern Templar movement creates Abstergo Industries, a corporation with the secret intention of finding the pieces of Eden.
So it's like a big mega corporation that's super religious and evil.
As well as any ancient technology left behind by the Isu. They create the Animus, a machine that allows its users to see the memories of their ancestors. They kidnap
That's like a terrifying combination. Science and religion for the sake of controlling people. Oh god.
To many notable assassins and use his memories to uncover the secrets of the Isu. Desmond breaks free of his captors with the help of some friends and learns of the second Toba catastrophe by analyzing the memories of Altair, Ezio, and Connor. He unlocks the temple and sacrifices himself at the Toba's return to save mankind. The assassins infiltrate Abstergo and watch over the company's secret plots as they continue abducting subjects in order to destroy the Brotherhood, and that's Assassin's Creed in 3 minutes. I'd like to
Let's go! Thank you, Arcade Cloud! Okay. I have like hold on. Very dry throat apparently. I have like the vaguest idea. At least of the like the most important spots. Templar, assassin. They hate each other. Assassin kill Templar. Yes. I'm sure that's going to be relevant. I'm gonna restart it. Evil religious corpo.
This is taking too long. Have you finished sharpening that knife?
Soon. Signore, it's difficult to work with these cracked ribs.
I can imagine. They're just torturing the guy.
Stop whining.
Because of all the weapons, the question is this the Templar or the Assassins? Because the vibe feels more like the Templar, but the weapons feel more like Assassins.
Forgive me, Signore.
No! Don't kill! No! Don't kill Apple! Imagine that's a canon event and Apple just dies. Just absolutely dies. Apple just fucking dies.
Forgive me, Signore.
Do you think Mr. Apple could regenerate if we only find his core?
I love how Regulus is kind of implying, like, do you think we can use him for emergency snacks? And then he'll, like, come back?
What you're searching for isn't just any apple. It's a talking one. This golden apple could only be an offering to the gods.
These ribbons are
I almost wonder if this is actually his backstory, but I thought he was an alien, so I guess not.
decorations. Someone used the Dionysias to infiltrate the city.
I will say, though I've never played an Assassin's Creed game, I've always really liked the aesthetic of Assassin's Creed. So this is kind of really exciting for me. It's a way that I can kind of experience the characters and the world a bit, but in a game and a story that's a little more my style. I'm not big on action games other than like rare examples. Stellar Blade won me over, but not many others have managed to.
I know this.
Oh, I know our aliens! I forgot about that! Wait! I forgot backstory is that he's from Assassin's Creed. Holy. That's certainly one hell of a collab.
The key to the secret chamber.
I don't think I've ever seen a collab tie in so much to the game, other than Stellar Blade and Nikke, but they're owned by the same company. This is crazy.
Find it at all costs.
Whoa. No! Quiet. Stay close. Stick to the shadows.
Okay, so it was the Templar. Because he is the assassin, and he's protecting the apple. So I'm assuming that it's not like the Templar and the Assassins are like both good or both bad, but just different factions. It's like the Templars actually messed up. They're definitely the villains. What country? I'm not always good at picking it up, and I'm curious about one thing. What country is Ezio from? There's a reason I'm curious. Italy. Okay. Cassandra's in Greece? Okay. Because Cassandra too then. So Greece, the way some of them was speaking reminded me of like a Greek accent. Because I had one uncle, and that uncle was like Greek, like from Greece. Like my aunt went to Greece, brought back husband. The way I hear some of the voices was kind of reminding me of hearing my uncle, and I was like, wow, that's uncanny. It sounds so much like him.
Peace through destruction. Alexios.
Interesting.
That blade is sharp, my friend. Watch your fingers.
I will say, the way that they got the art style, it's distinct. It's not quite the usual reverse art style. It's like slightly more polished, less painty, I think, for lack of a better way to explain, but it works really well. They found an art style to literally make it feel so natural. Like, if this was just a regular event and not a collab, I think I genuinely would have believed it if I didn't know it was a collab.
Where other men blindly follow the truth, remember, nulla reale. Where other men are limited by morality or law.
So he is from Italy.
Tutto è lecito.
He has a unique weapon system? We get to pick different weapons, I guess?
Abbraccia la morte. Addio, straniero. I do not remember making the decision to become an assassin. This life, it chose me. Che la morte ti dia la pace che cercavo.
I like how there's actually like Italian in it too. So good. Is that something in Assassin's Creed as well? Do they have like actual Italian lines and stuff? Or is that something unique to Reverse because they always do that in Reverse? Collaboration exclusive gameplay. Interesting. QTE, yeah, QTE is new. That's a little nerve-wracking.
Oh, I see you're admiring my spear. Beware of its edge. The shaft may be broken, but it's still as sharp as it was in the hands of Leonidas.
I have to say Cassandra seems pretty cool. I like her bird.
Name your request, and I will do all that I can. Provided you have the drachma. Icaros, find your mark. Kill them all. They may beg their gods, But their lives are at my mercy.
She seems like a fun unit. Ooh, that's a nice ultimate.
I will never forget the night they threw
I like his
Mount
voice.
Pegasus. Their Alexios
Alexios.
died that day. Only Demos remains. My sword
Oh, he is
all the
cool.
family I need. Let the earth.
I think I want him the most. But he's a 5-star, so there's no pity. 5 stars can be even harder sometimes. The animus will translate the locale's language, but a glitch the software means some words don't get translated. Ah, interesting. I like that they have a canon reason. It's kind of cool. So these are the upcoming costumes. I need apples! I want to turn him into Eve's apple!
To Karen's fair.
So that's Marcus. Okay, I still don't have Marcus.
Be careful of the water.
She's so cute! Look at her with the little harp!
Don't let
Or is
go.
that a liar?
Oh, I see the light spilling through the gate. For the king and queen of the underworld. I can do this.
Hisabeth's costume is really nice. But I don't have Hisabeth either, so... I'm not going to be getting it. It's nice, though. But I'm not buying costumes for character I don't have. The only exception is Discovery Channel. Because it's so stupid, I need it.
And now we will have a few more statues to decorate it. Greetings, Sula.
I remember that's why when I saw them I didn't seem excited about any of the units. I think all the costumes, I don't have a single one for this patch. Like, I don't have Vila either.
Get ready.
Vila is gorgeous in this outfit though. It makes her look more like a mermaid. If I had her, I would 100% be getting that garment. So beautiful! It even looks like in The Little Mermaid, like in the movie, like the voice going into the shell. I love that ultimate! I know they're limited time, but like with my luck, I'll spend money on it and then never get the character, so like, I'm not making a habit of that. It's a gorgeous skin. Maybe if I get Vila before then, we'll see. It's really nice. I do have Eternity. But that one's free. I think it's the gameplay one. I'll never come around. First 100 summons gives an extra 6-star, and that's what they did for the limited, right? Wow, log in to get 1 10 pull and then 2 more 10 pulls. I mean, I guess that's not too bad. The 5-star being free is nice. They're more generous than some games. I'll give them that. More generous than many. I'd say they're like mid-tier for selfishness. Oh god, Nala danger form is back. Oh, that's true. I can try to use the Euphoria banner to get Vila if I manage to get the characters I want and still have enough for limited pity. I gotta be careful. I kind of want to get the Assassin's Creed Wilderness stuff. I don't usually buy Wilderness stuff, but I might get that stuff. I've saved up a lot of Wilderness shells. I should be able to. Total free rewards will be 55 pulls. Okay, I should be hopefully okay then. But that collab looks amazing. I'm gonna be honest, I actually regret not staying up to like do a watch along for the live stream. If I would have realized it would have been so exciting, I think I would have done it. That's okay. I expected it to be like maybe 5 minutes or something, but that's okay because we get to watch it now at least. I'm so excited! Ah! I might clip reacting to that too, but I'm unsure. I'm kind of lazy. Where views don't really matter. More if people are looking for it and just want to have fun and see it. I don't really care what views. I'm not even monetized. I don't care. I'm just having fun over here in my corner. But yeah, that's exciting. In 2 weeks, yeah. In 2 weeks, the copyright strike might be gone too. So we'll see if we might be able to migrate somewhere else by then. I'm not really sure, but we'll see. But yeah. Let's go into the game then. How many pulls do I have saved up out of curiosity? So I have 34,000 drops and 47 unilogs. But is that enough for... I don't know. If my luck is really bad, as much as that's a lot, it might not be enough for 2 6 stars and then a limited 6 star. Because if it's the banner I'm thinking, we have the monster girl coming soon, right? And she's supposedly, like, broken in a level we've never seen before. So I would like her. Hello, Dragonfly? Yeah. You're trying to get an HP lost team, so you don't know if you'll get any of them. I like collecting with Gacha games. I'll make... How do I word it? I don't really pull for metas or for good teams. If I get them, that's cool. I'm more the type of person that has fun making a team out of, like, whatever I happen to get. That's what I enjoy. I just happen to have really good luck. So I have, like, a couple meta teams. Because I've been really lucky. Oh yeah, I forgot I have Druvis. Wow, I need to work on her insight. That's embarrassing. Yeah, it's not 4 limited back-to-back because the 5-star is free, right? It's only 3, right? 2 Assassin's Creed and then 1 regular? Or is there another limited that I don't know about here? Slight concern. Silent Smoke 101. Is there oh no, my throat. Oh yeah, Karen! That's the one coming out that's really good. So that's the code? Okay, hold on. Let me try to remember where to put it. I'll just put it in before I forget. It's in settings, right? Account? No. Oh, it's just giving me a tutorial. Exchange code reward. Nice. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go back into the event. Lucy's having a rerun? Yeah! I'm hoping that because they've been starting to do limited reruns, worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out and I don't get Karen, I should have maybe another chance in the future someday. That is hope. We got 8 days left, so I should be able to do this next Saturday, finish it off. I'll be a little too busy with work until then. I'm gonna go write it down on my calendar. Now that I have the date, hold on. Just while I'm here, so I don't forget. There is a chance I might not be able to finish it. But just in case, I'm putting it down for next Saturday. Yeah. I have a couple things I want to do that day anyway. So like, it kind of works out. I'm gonna switch some stuff around in my schedule, I think. Hold on. No, wait, no, I'm not. Or am I? There's a new game by the creators of Hotel Dusk that come out around then as well. I'm just trying to figure out when to do what. Because I need to make sure I have time to finish this without interfering with anything else I want to do. You know what? This is fine. I'll figure it out. I'm going to finish it on next Saturday. I don't know what time of day yet, though. I'll have to think about it. Because the more I am playing here, the more I am taking time off work. And I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about that. But I do what I have to. Hello, K-Rider Kun. When we move forward, let's keep going with the story. Going into space.
Will I ever have the chance to return to Utranyaya?
Let me know if I gotta turn the volume up or down or anything, yeah? Elizabeth pushes the door open just in time to catch this scene. She lingers nearby, curious, watching the girl receive her answer.
We can talk about that in the future.
I can't tell if he's being selfish and basically selling them off, or if he genuinely wants them to have a better life, and so he's desperate to send them here, which is their only hope.
Of course, we will keep in touch. You and Voyager can pay us a visit whenever you like. The girl's called
If they don't explode in space!
Quiet, doesn't eat much. You will take her in too, won't you?
Notice the way he emphasized she doesn't eat much. You know how much that's a concern to him. Pointer doesn't object. She runs a brief analysis and concludes that the company of a peer could help ease the pressures of Capernia's training. After listening carefully, Mr. Kozlov pats Caperina's shoulder.
I always hoped you would settle down and live a comfortable life. Promise me.
I feel like maybe he's not so sus. Maybe he's being real with this.
Yes, Mr. Kozlov.
Maybe I was too mean to him before.
Oh, you finally reached an agreement. Cool. Looks like I won't have to do any more explaining. If you're saying goodbye soon, maybe you ought to consider bringing her a party gift. She looks like she could use one.
Yeah, something to remind her of home.
Imagine like a tiny little diorama like of the circus or something. That'd be really cute. Nameday picks up the thread without missing a beat. Winsong steps forward just in time, joining Caperina's side, and Hisabith trails off.
Or maybe you can offer a few words of encouragement? What do you say?
Mr. Kozlov spies Caperina rubbing the device in her hands with her pinky, the one Winsong had lent her earlier. He knows her well enough to understand the meaning. Nervous. He has no idea about the device's exact value, but he's certain it's not something you'd easily find in a circus.
Right, a gift. I'll need some time to prepare it. Let's make a deal, shall we? You'll get your gift next time you pay a visit to the Utranyaya. That way, you'll keep us in mind and come home again one day. I was worried you might not want to travel such a long way for us.
I feel, Mr. Kozlov. I'll find my way back to Utranyaya even if you've moved to the other end of the world.
But what if time? What if timey-wimey things? Which I'm pretty sure a storm is coming. Because that's the whole point. We want to observe the storm from space. They're not being transparent that she will never see him again if that happens. She struggles to lift the parcel Mr. Kozlov gave her. Nameday quickly steps in to assist her in placing it on the table. But how do you communicate that to a child? How do you be like, hey, do you consent to going up into space to watch a thing where you might blow up? By the way, it's going to wipe out everything as you know it and erase your whole timeline. Everyone you know is going to die. You'll still get to exist, though, probably, if you're with us. So you have to decide, do you want to die with them or do you want to exist with us? And watch everyone die and you'll never even know the world, let alone people, ever again. That's... Yikes! Time flies. The thought pops into Mr. Kozlov's head, but what he says out loud has nothing to do with it.
That's my girl. Remember what I said? Do the best that you can and have no regrets. Natalia and I don't have to worry about you, do we?
No. I'll give my best performance here, like I always did with Utranyaya.
Almost like she's trying to convince herself. She nods twice in a row and makes a solemn promise in her almost serious tone. question rises up in her, just below the surface. How can she be sure? She chooses not to ask. This is gonna be a really heavy event, I can kind of tell already. Let's see. Alright. Defeat all enemies. I'm gonna bring Voyager into the mix. Because I forgot that, yeah, she's in the event, so she is relevant enough. I thought I had her set up, but I guess it must have reset when I closed it. Okay.
Wow. So many things that I haven't
The battle music for this one feels very like 80s or something to me. You seriously think some no-name circus performer could pull off something this important? I know they have their reasons to doubt, but like it or not, this is my job now. So I guess the staff do not like her. Let's see.
This can't realize the truth of the
I can kind of understand though, because a lot of them have probably trained for like a lot of stuff and they would want to be the person that gets sent up for whatever reason. So they kind of feel like we're picking up this random child to do what could essentially like save their career or whatever. I can understand why they might be put off at it.
This can't realize the truth.
Even if it's not warranted.
I sure told the ingredients this time.
At your service.
I just stopped dwelling on what they said. The only thing that matters now is living up to the true trust and expectations others have placed in me.
The curtain has fallen.
I want to see Isolde meet Olive.
How do you feel? Intense nausea is common for the first few months of zero-G training.
I think I'm fine. You're very kind to ask, ma'am.
Doesn't sound so fine, but maybe better compared to how she was. Her first training session was rough and more than a little messy, causing her to throw up. Pointer helped her to the infirmary. When she could breathe again, she stammered out a request. Just like the one she made today. I mean, that's fair. I can imagine zero-gravity training would be really rough. Like, even if you think it would be fun, the reality is, once you step out of gravity, that's literally what holds you in place in the world, right? So it's like, once you step out of it, it kind of feels like something is incredibly wrong on a whole other level that, like, you can't comprehend.
I'm ready for more.
You'd have to put a lot of effort into getting used to it.
already checked your vitals and arcane skill test reports. Her conclusion was clear. You need to rest and recover before we begin again.
But she's so eager to please everyone that she's not willing to give herself that break she needs.
If you push yourself too hard and become too sick to perform the mission, that won't help us either.
But I can do more. All I need is a bit more training. I need to perform flawlessly.
She's used to working herself to the bone.
We don't need flawless, not at the cost of your health. We need satisfies all requirements, nothing more.
I think we do need flawless though, because didn't they say if she messes up, she like dies? I think we need flawless. I mean, you're training an astronaut, a child astronaut, mind you. She adjusts her tone, searching her mind for something that might qualify as comfort or encouragement.
You're already doing better than we anticipated.
That's kind. That's nice. Oops, that was an accident. She fears her words came out too flat, but Kimberina shakes her head sincerely.
Thank you. But I still haven't memorized the flight procedures, and I'm still struggling with my arcane skill. Maybe I can ask Miss Vinsong to give me another ley lines lesson. That's not pushing myself, is it?
That's true, though. Sometimes, if you don't have time to take a break, the best thing you can do is switch tasks. Because sometimes that can at least be a mental break from whatever you're doing.
That's acceptable. But you will ensure you get a minimum of 8 hours of sleep every day.
You can't do anything without proper sleep. Pointer gives in. She too had once been hell-bent on proving herself.
And promise me you'll eat well and never skip meals.
Yes, ma'am. Miss Isabel said there would be a team-building dinner tonight. I'll attend it and train for another half an hour after we come back.
No, that's not what I meant.
I think she meant more like, you really need a break. There are few tasks more difficult than instructing a child who is too mature for her own good.
Anyway, go change. We'll go together.
I was this type of kid. I'd always want to push myself, ignore my hiccups, too hard. And I would try to push myself to do above my level. Because my whole life I've been the type of person where it's like if I talked to my dad and he has the same problem. We have this kind of habit where it's like, you know, it's like, if we're not the best, if we're not the absolute best at something, then we're the worst. And it's a bad habit that I'm glad I'm not alone in, so whenever I get too stuck in it, I'll talk to my dad and be like, but it's like, I push myself way too hard and my standards for myself are too high. Like, no one's ever imposed, and I don't even think any in my life anyone's ever, like, held me to standards. It's always been my own standards are so high that everyone's like, calm the heck down, man. I just put really high standards on myself. So I can relate a lot to Kipurina here. Out of all the restaurants in Miann, this one does the best business, thanks in no small part to Hisabit. With all those mouths to feed, food has always been a vital part of her lifestyle, one that she's only too eager to share with her team. Plus, the tables here are big enough for everyone in their group to have a seat. That's always a big bonus. I really like Hisabith as a character. Her design is so nice, and her snakes are so cute.
I think so. This table seems a bit too small now.
Well, there's strength in numbers. Yet everything now depends on our brave astronaut. How's your arcane skill training?
Not bad, I guess. Miss Vinsong is a wise teacher.
Nice.
I'm glad I've learned something from my experience with Vila. I hope you'll get
Where's
to know
Voyager?
her one day.
I thought she was supposed to be here.
You'll have plenty of time to make friends once you return from your mission.
Looking forward to it. But first I have to go back to the circus. I think Mr. Kozlov will have my gift prepared by then. I'm sure he will. Though he didn't come to see me and Voyager this week.
He has a whole circus to run. And you're busy with training. It's hard to find a good time when you are both free.
I feel like he's also trying to distance himself from her, not for bad reasons. He doesn't want her going back. Because he feels like this is a way better path for her, you know?
Perhaps he didn't want to make you homesick. But I'm sure he misses you a lot. Mirny isn't far from here. You should go back and visit sometime. No one will blame you if you take a break for a few hours.
I am able to drive you to town, if you need. Just submit your schedule 2 days in advance. I will set some time aside for a short trip.
Thank you. But I think it will have to wait until the project's over. Mr. Kozlov said I would always be able to visit him in the future. Besides...
but she doesn't know what's happening with the storm! If she blows this off, she's gonna regret it. Not everyone is interested in the still distant future. Kibrina's friend, at least, is more focused on what's right in front of her. There she is. She taps the edge of a small vessel, smiling at the crisp metallic sound it makes. Oh, it's him! I love him!
Don't do that. The echo from that sound makes me dizzy.
Did they say how long her space trip is supposed to be? Well, the problem is, her space trip is to go into space and watch the storm. The implications, unless she's testing the device that's helping them do that. I assume that she was supposed to like monitor the storm from up in space. If that's what she's supposed to do, that means everyone's gonna like die in that storm while she watches it. So, she's not seeing them again if that's the case. If she's just helping test the device and stuff that they were working on, that's another story. Maybe they're sending up a camera to monitor it instead of a person. That would probably be better. She pulls her hand back and watches until confirming the little creature is friendly. Then she reaches out again, trying to figure out how to get along with it.
Voyager? Don't get distracted. They've almost finished the food.
But it's so cute! I'd be distracted too. Nameday swaps the food around the table, pushing 2 still full plates to the middle. That's what they want to figure out, TGM, if the storm affects space. But either way, it would be affecting the Earth for when she comes back down. Unless it's one of those weird time things where if you're in space and you miss the storm and you go back to Earth and then time kept moving forward, but if you're on the Earth when it happens, time does not move forward. Because it's getting back to the theory of like, if you could make the Earth rotate backwards, would time go backwards? Like, you just don't know. It's like all these crazy things. Like, once you get into really complicated theories, which, by the way, could be just complete garbage or could be true. We don't really know. One of my favorite theories to research is, like, a lot of stuff related to quantum science because it sounds absolutely nuts. Like, some of the theories of quantum science, for example, are like, you could walk through a mountain. I don't mean through a tunnel. Like, you can walk through a mountain if you learn how to do it. Because technically, there's spaces between all your particles, right? And it's kind of, they're moving really fast and randomly all the time, but like if you can learn how to control the particles so you can go through the mountain particles, you can walk through a mountain. And the theory that light is actually particles, for example, because if you're observing a light beam, it always looks like a beam of light, a straight line. But if you're not observing a light beam, then it turns out to be waves. It's like all this complicated stuff that's so hard to prove, and it's like there's something there, but we don't have any proof of quite what it is. Or even stuff like time is cyclical, like it's just another dimension. All of time exists at the same time all the time, but we only perceive a small part of it at a time. It's just like, you know, it's just like vision or depth or whatever. It's just another dimension. It's all these really interesting theories, and you have to like bend your brain around that are so complicated. And of course, these are like very oversimplifying it, like stupid, literally like stupid explanation to try to introduce the concepts to children. It's interesting. Yeah, quantum tunneling. Yeah, quantum science in general is so fascinating. It's so fascinating. But it's so complicated. And a lot of it is unproven. It's like there's theories and there's little bits that are proven, but like a lot of the theories, we just don't quite get it. It's like, in theory, could we do this? But in practice, we haven't yet. It's so fascinating. I genuinely find stuff like quantum tunneling and a lot of stuff like that, and like wormhole theories and everything, kind of some of the closest things to magic, I guess, that we have as humans. It's really fascinating to like look into them and research and stuff because it all sounds so unreal. It's like getting closer to the truth of the universe, kind of. For better or for worse. It's so complicated that it makes your brain hurt, but then you also want to know more. It's so fascinating.
Feel like a drink? Here, we've got some hot milk or warm apple cider. Pick one.
Imagine she mixes them, that'd be horrible. Dragging a cup behind it, the snake leaves splotches of spilled drink all across the table.
Milk will be fine. Thank you.
Caparina passes another cup to Voyager. She mimics the others by lifting the cup. First in both hands, then just one. I feel like if magic was real, it would be considered a science. If you have provable results that can be done again and again, that's literally what science is. Science doesn't mean, oh yeah, it's chemicals, or it's biology, or it's physics. Science, the purpose of science is to, sorry, I used, as I said, I used to be a really big dork as a child. I was bored with school, so I like researched tons of stuff myself that was like way above me. I don't remember most of it because it's been so long, but like, it's literally just you have a theory, a crazy theory. You experiment and get results until you prove it true or false. Science, there's a reason why science experiments are called experiments. It's not just because children have fun and play science. Like, there's adults who make their whole career experiments. Science is literally, we try things, see what happens. Science is trying to figure things out and make discoveries. It's so interesting. I love science.
Let's have a toast, friends, to our new team. Though no one knows for sure whether our project will succeed or is doomed to fail catastrophically, together we're working towards the future. Cheers!
A friendly signal, a quiet promise of unity. A turning point in any story or relationship, from a stranger to a colleague, and eventually. I can't say I love space, though. Space in particular freaks me out. As soon as you get into like black holes and stuff, I'm like, no thanks.
The odds are in our favor. Even though Laplace is no longer in its prime, it still has the best technology and the finest scientists.
As soon as you get into stuff like black holes eventually eating the Earth, or the Earth being sucked into the sun, stuff like that, then I'm like, I don't want to think about space anymore. I get too much existential dread thinking about space, and I just, it's like, you know, you just don't really want to do that to yourself. Hello, Tippity Crockett.
The finest scientists? You mean us? I couldn't agree more. I've always believed that perseverance is the most basic fundamental quality that any researcher should possess.
Perseverance. There's only one thing that I think we should persevere with. Our efforts to return to the future.
I'm sure the kids definitely understand what that means. Hello, Fritz and Pearl.
Didn't know you Laplace researchers missed the good old days so much.
Laugh if you want, but you can't deny that our era was better than this one.
Caparina keens her ears in, trying to catch each word. The room is warm, and the conversation at the table easy and relaxed. The question she's been keeping down finally bubbles out of her mouth. Yeah, the whole like planets continue separating until none of them can sustain life. You see, all of the stuff that starts giving me an existential crisis, it was like the theory that time is relative and always exists. Also, if anyone can grab the bot on Twitch, if you can't, let me know and I'll grab it. It was quite literally the theory that all time exists at once that made me get a little bit less nervous about like dying and stuff. I have such bad fear of that it's hard to go to sleep at night. And it kind of helped me to think like, okay, if I die, I still exist because time is all at once. I technically am immortal. And I know that might not be as much of like a relief to some people, but for me, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take solace in this. Whether it's proven or not, I'm gonna take solace. It's real to me.
What was the future like? I've read through the manual for temporary employees. The data we're going to collect may help people get back the things that they lost, right? From the futures that you've been to.
Did you get them? Thank you, Josh. Hello, Miss Rena.
What's Leningrad like in 1999? Were there any circus shows in your era?
It messes you up more than Lovecraft? Of course it would, because it's real. It's a very real threat. And that's the problem if you're somebody that has, like, a fear of death that creeps in all the time. I found a way to mostly keep it at bay, so, like, I'm okay now. I can function. But, like, if you have that as a really intense fear, the worst part about it is it's true. Like, everyone's gonna die someday. There's nothing anyone can tell you to take that fear away or make it seem irrational. It's real. And whenever you remember that, it's so scary.
Does that mean everything was better than it is now? I have trouble imagining it. But there's sweets for everyone, and stores that never run out of food?
Things were much better then. Well, except for the study of ley lines. It was still struggling as a scientific pursuit, especially when it came to attracting new students. Though even now, its only student seems to lack much interest in it.
That's not true. Sorry. I'm just having difficulty focusing on it with all the other demands on my time.
You know another fun science theory that messes me up? When you think about it, how big does the universe expand? Let me put this in perspective. So, you know how there's particles, and particles make up cells, and cells make up a body, and then there's a lot of bodies on the Earth? Well, here's what my brain likes to think. If you zoom out far enough, kind of like the Lorax type stuff, it's like, if you zoom out far, or maybe not the Lorax, was it a different one? I don't know. You zoom out enough, like everything that we think is like outer space. What if that's like tiny little cells in a big body of something? And then does it get even bigger than that? Like even stuff that we think is massive, like planets. What if that's just like the equivalent of particles to some sort of like really big thing? We don't know. Or even like one particle. We can only view so much of it because it's so small, but what if every particle is like a whole universe of planets and stuff? How small or how big does it really go, man? I don't know.
It's okay. Miss Winsong was only making a joke at the expense of her very overworked student.
There's more space than bodies of matter, but that's the thing. If you look between the actual bodies of matter, it's like, you know, there's more. Even inside of us, there's probably more space than there is cells. Like just emptiness between the particles. It's just a cluster of them. What if the universe is just a cluster when it really comes down to it? Like, I don't know.
It's true. Things were nicer in the future. I do miss the sweets, and that the shop...
Hello, loser. You came here to see a wholesome story, not get an existential crisis. I don't know if Reverse 1999 is the best game to not have an existential crisis with. Every witness seems to offer her the same promise. It's worth it. Life should move forward, not stay stuck in the past.
Amazing. I'm sure we'll make it back one day.
Suppression 1999, would you expect good ending with no one dying? Half of me fully expects when they have to shut down service, they'll literally just be like, whoopsies, the storm went to heat death of the universe, bye! Just end the story by ending the universe. Be like, we failed, the storm won, everything's over. That's how the game ends. That would suck, man. This time she raises her cup first to the brightest future. I'd say this game can be sadder than Nikke, but this game feels more real than Nikke. It's more grounded, even though it has magic and stuff. The character like dynamics and the writing feel more down to earth. Like everyone could easily be real people despite the weird quirks and stuff. The spread of enigmatification. The pale green characters pulse with emotion. Making sense of what they're saying is going to take all your cunning. The spread of enigmification. Anonymous. Just had a 2-year project cancelled. Soon I too will be able to hide out in my room all day playing Sudoku. Not sad about this at all. I wouldn't start celebrating just yet. It looks like you're about to lose your vacation. Is this like on a 4chan type thing? Why is this giving 4chan vibes? I wouldn't start celebrating just yet. It looks like you're about to lose your vacation time since there's a shortage of staff everywhere. What are they gonna do? It's not like a simple number theory major like me can contribute to rebuilding in the wake of storm. Nothing's gonna stop me from going on vacation. Nothing! Would you look at that? The enigmification is spreading nicely. Good. At this rate, I'll have the entire Laplace break room all to myself. As more people start slacking off, supplies will be cut too. You might get to hog all the daily meals from all of Laplace, but that's probably the best you'll do. The dark web from Laplace? There'd be some weird stuff in there. Probably forbidden knowledge. You know, it'd be hilarious if a bunch of random numbers and formulas turned out to be the key to defeating the storm. And then you just have, like, you have 37 and 6 just stand up and be like, I knew it. You know, it'd be hilarious if a bunch of random numbers and formulas turned... Oh, I already read that. And you got roped into non-stop 24/7 work trying to crack it with Madame Lucy interrogating you 3 times a day about your progress. That sounds absolutely disgusting. I need a nap just at the thought of that. Oh, and as part of the humanitarian gesture, I'll make sure your voice gets added to the machine too. Well, isn't that something? These are still poor souls who didn't get a vacation even at a time like this, with all these non-essential projects getting cut. There's plenty. Like John from the medical team, John from the mechanical engineering group, and John... Why are there so many Johns? And John from materials science. Basically, every non-theoretical department is pulling all-nighters to rebuild Laplace under Madame Lucy's brand of ruthless pragmatism. It really makes you wonder if the storm was part of a conspiracy. Oh no, now we're thinking the storm is a conspiracy theory? Oh, this is definitely 4chan. It makes you really wonder if this storm was part of a conspiracy by the Johns to steal funding from the rest of the teams and justify their overtime pay. Coincidence? I think not. I'm crazy. To former stranger. Yo, where's John Reverse? Who's John Reverse? I need details! Oh. Mm. 3 months before the storm.
3, 2, 1, cut. And just so we're clear, everything went well as usual. The video in this disc, to put it simply, is too much for anyone to handle.
What's in it?
Guess what it's used for? Go on, give me the most ridiculous answer you can think of. A little tip. Think like a modern person. The development of technology allows us to save a lot of things as digital data nowadays.
Memes! It's for memes! I have to think like a modern
it's
person.
a last
Brain rot!
record. A video is much more convenient than sitting down with a pen.
She places the data card on the table. It immediately draws in all eyes.
Data secured. Pointer, do you want me to add your part to the video now? Or maybe later?
Preferably never. This whole lost record thing is your passion. Besides, I know nothing about material sciences.
But you spent so much time transcoding the incantation. You simply must show up in my video. Please, I insist. We're a team. We shouldn't miss anyone's perspective, no?
Yes.
Aww. I still really like their dynamic. Even the squabbles are like really mature. Even for her, long hours can wear things down. There's a trace of fatigue in her otherwise calm reply. A lag in her response.
Super. Then let's take a look at our work so far and learn from our mistakes. Well, my mistakes. Pointer and I had been working on the teleport disc at the Placid's Cosmodrome. More specifically, our interim mission was to determine how to transport supplies to space stations and spacecraft using teleport incantations. The ultimate goal being to achieve stable, safe, and long-distance teleportation to outer space viable for living organisms. The project had been going smoothly until we received some bad news.
That our funding was cut.
Due to a policy change at Laplace, most projects in Placid were being suspended. Fortunately, the bad news was followed by a small amount of good. Madame Lucy said if we could send a monitor to space to collect data when the storm arrived, we'd be allowed to continue with our project. It was a vital opportunity to make our contribution to deciphering the storm. There were only 3 major issues to solve: manpower, energy supply, and determination. As you can see, the first 2 issues have been solved by our new members. Thank you all for your help. Especially our brave little astronaut.
Misguided little astronaut. They still didn't tell her the full truth, man!
The plan is now simple. She'll fly into space, reach the required altitude, launch the monitor, and zero in on the correct coordinates. And then she'll contact ground control to come home.
Sounds so scary.
Her keen skill will protect her from any possible danger caused by pressure or heat in the vacuum of space. Then finally, she will activate the teleport disc, and we will activate our receiver on the ground. Ta-da! Everyone will arrive in Laplace's Arctic branch safe and sound to acclaim and accolades from all around the scientific world.
I feel like they're being a little optimistic. Just like a little bit.
Well, that's a simple framework of the plan. But we still have tons of minor problems to tackle first. Our top priority is improving the long-distance positioning accuracy of the teleport disc. We've already begun testing our latest prototypes. Though the last test didn't end well. We're still searching for the cause of that particular catastrophic error.
I would say that looks bad, yeah.
This was no more than an inevitable roadblock. A small accident on the way to technological progress.
Elizabeth, if we are going to have any chance of learning from our mistakes, we can't run away from our problems.
All right. That last test was a week ago. Same as the last time. Though we've made some improvements, we still need an intelligent creature to run the test. And I guess it'll be me again.
Are you sure? Considering the danger and your value to the project, I think you ought to let me...
Like, are you sure you want to sacrifice yourself? Can I sacrifice me instead? You're too important. And then they're like, what if we send a child?
How can I ask anyone to try my invention if I wouldn't use it myself?
I really respect her for that, though.
Now, what are you waiting for? Get to the safe zone. Oh, and remember to secure the blast door.
That was like me, when I was testing a certain, gifting thing for work. I knew there could be risks if anything went wrong, so I wanted to be the first experiment. I didn't want to make anyone else a victim if it went wrong.
Miss Kipperina asked about the test yesterday as she was feeding the fish. She said she's been able to control her power more now.
Nice.
You'd be much safer with her help. We're a team, right? We sink or swim together.
Now, ley lines would help her in space too, I'd assume. As the clock strikes the hour, a small figure peeks in through the door.
My training just finished. I hope I'm not late, Miss Elizabeth.
That's true, the Foundation's not really above using children. We've played this game long enough to know that they don't care if you're a child. Child gets thrown into the storm factory.
We did have a pretty bad accident, but thanks to Kipperina's arcane skill, no one was too badly hurt. Windsong is one cool teacher, and that girl's a phenomenal student. The margin of error remained high, a significant problem for sure. But we'd learned our lesson after spending all that time recovering in the ward. That is, that we should prepare for the worst, so that those who survive will know what to do with our legacy.
She's not a random child, of course. No, yeah, like she has a magic skill, but that is still a child. You want to send a child? You want to find a child genius and be like, I'm gonna send them into space and try to justify that? Like, it's not that easy.
Our last record matters, my friend.
You're still putting a child into a dangerous situation.
I don't think that's what Pointer meant when she told us to learn from our mistakes.
Before Elizabeth can pinch its mouth shut, the little snake ducks back into her hair.
Again, I emphasize that safety must come first in the lab. It is my first and most important protocol. Windsong and I left for all of 10 minutes, and by the time we got back, each and every one of you ended up on death's door.
Ugh.
And now I find out you've even petitioned for a postponed evacuation. This is getting ridiculous.
You know how tight the schedule is now that the storm emergency plan has been activated, don't you?
I mean, what she's saying is also true, though. The storm is coming. They cannot change when it's coming, and it's going to be catastrophic. So they do have to do whatever it comes to.
The silver lining is that now we know that we have exactly 3 months. We can still optimize the procedure and improve the disc and...
Enough, Sylvie!
Pointer cuts her off. Her tone is serious.
Oh, come on, friends. Can we just calm down and discuss our schedule over dinner? I believe Miss Pointer was only trying to suggest a better plan.
I am. I suggest we stop all work on this project immediately.
But we can't. Like, this is I understand how bad it is, and as much as I'm talking about it being messed up, like, we literally don't have a choice either. The young man is caught off balance, unable to find the words to ease the tension in the room.
What? Why? The situation really isn't that dire.
No, it is. That's why it's important. It is dire.
Miss Elizabeth is right. We shouldn't be discouraged over one accident, Miss Pointer. The damage wasn't too severe.
Only 3 months left.
But it could...
our latest achievement...
It could be next time.
...was a total catastrophe. I know what you're all thinking. That the odds are still good, and it's more or less safe to continue. But all that is a weighted gamble. Nothing matters more than your lives.
But if it's for the sake of the future, and they're willing to gamble their lives, do you have the right to stop them? She knows this all too well. This is not her first time making bold gambles.
Pointer, what do you think the odds are, really?
Without diving into the calculations, it's around a 70% chance in theory. But my logic is screaming something else in my ear.
It sounds like she had something go horribly wrong before.
You don't have to take that risk, Pointer.
I know what I'm doing. Nothing's guaranteed in the world of science.
Oh God. What happened to her? She closes her eyes, interrupting the playthrough of her memories.
The risk is too high. I can't allow it.
But it's like we always say, there's nothing guaranteed in the world of science. You never know before you take that fateful step.
But she's tried, and something went wrong. Such a firm, matter-of-fact statement. It sounds exactly like something the old Pointer might have said.
My analysis points to a dangerous level of uncertainty in this project. The price of failure, even optimistically, could be much worse than a few days in recovery. There could be more permanent injuries. You could even...
But they know that. Pointer scans the room. None of them have known failure. Not yet. And they shouldn't have to.
You've seen how things, places, people just disappear in the storm. You need to stop this insanity before that happens to us. Don't you understand?
really don't. Why should we stop?
She thinks for a moment, then a spark of inspiration flashes across her face.
No, you're right. We shouldn't pretend as if it's normal to risk our lives for this. At the end of the day, if we die, our research dies with us.
That's also true.
But if something were to happen to the team, you would be the one to survive. That's why I want you to keep our records, to take down everything in case the worst happens.
I appreciate that, because the thing is, if they do decide to do it in the end, despite knowing the risks, that's a way that even if the worst happens, all of their hard work and efforts won't just go to waste.
Here.
Pointer looks down at the data card. Machines are only capable of faithfully recording and replaying data. They can't interpret meaning. They certainly cannot understand the reckless choices of human beings. Every AI chatbot wants to think they can. Those who come after for those who come after... Sorry. I'm going to skim through the logs and learn how the team met, chose, collaborated, and parted ways. That's true, though. I think Pointer's making a fair point because Kipperina doesn't fully know. If Kipperina does and still makes the choice, though, that's on her, but she doesn't, you're right. But what about everything outside the frame? The temperature of the lab, the taste of a restaurant's signature dish, the hesitation she feels right now. No device can preserve those details. Only memory can. Some need to move forward. Others need to stay behind. She doesn't look up and never reaches for the disc. She's made up her mind.
I won't take it. And I won't submit this petition for you.
Dang.
We can't stand by and let you kill yourselves. I'm done. I quit.
Dang! That's certainly a cliffhanger. Wow, she quit. Okay. It's a little robot! Miss Kipperina, your coordination training is about to commence. Perform the designated actions according to the guidance. Your performance will be evaluated accordingly. Close your eyes and try using your arcane skill to hit this robot here. Don't worry, they were built exactly for this purpose. I'm gonna smash it! What's that?
It is here. I can hear it.
What's this?
Hold your breath.
I always want to know what note that is. It's not that high, actually. Not that I'm hitting it properly right now because I'm slouching against the wall because I'm beat. Stay calm. It's only a slight error. Nothing more. I barely took damage. That wasn't a slight error. That was... You didn't even see anything happen!
It is here.
Aw, man, no more attacks. That's a bluff thing.
What's this? It is here. I can hear it.
Is Kipperina a good unit? I'm not pulling, I'm just curious. I think a lot of you guys said she'd go good with Olive, but I don't have her. I gotta save. I can't pull for her. Proceed as before, but now focus your attention on this distinct unit. So just fight this one?
What a tragedy.
What's that? Wait.
What a hold your breath.
I'll get that 3-part counter in. Hell yeah! God, I love her. When she just walks so slowly and then runs up with the knife, she's so good. This game has a lot of really dangerous characters. I like it. The characters are really unique in this game. I think that's probably why most of us like it. It is some of the most unique character writing in anything I've ever seen. Next time, I should be able to do a bit better. That's right. You did well. I'll make sure Miss Windsong hears of the good news.
I've already said that Sotheby doesn't need a bodyguard.
Yeah! You tell him, Sotheby. Your bodyguard's like dead anyway, so... I'm sorry, that was mean. Okay, I'm gonna take a washroom break. Then we'll come back and do 10. We did up to the end of 7 before. I want to try to finish up until the end of 14 today if I can, but we might not quite make it. We'll see. I'll be back in a few minutes. I don't have a break screen. I forgot. We're going back to the home page. You can listen to my lobby music. Okay.
Scusi. I didn't mean to interrupt you. The best musical compositions always include silence and rest, after all. didn't mean to interrupt you. The best musical compositions always include silence and rest, after all.
I'm gonna be honest, I can totally see Sotheby the assassin. Especially if she was like a poison user. I feel like Sotheby can be really scary when she wants to be. I can see it. Let's keep going. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Oh, I have a bunch of messages. Let me just check if there's anything urgent. Sorry, I sent out like 50 messages earlier. I don't know the exact number. I keep having to check if there's anything that's like an emergency. Because I'll be gone the rest of the weekend, right? Okay. Whoa! That concert trailer got a lot more shares and views than I expected. Sorry. That's a little bit of pressure. What do you mean 3 hours ago and 12,000 views? What do you mean? Oh wait, I should share that. I'm in that, aren't I? Oh, you mean almost 100 retweets in 3 hours? What do you mean? Oh, near heart attack. Wait, hold on. Okay. Sorry. I just get a little jump scared. Every time I somehow think that's not gonna happen, and it does, and it's not bad. I just am a coward. So it catches me off guard. Okay. Back to game. Okay. A freezing rain. I'm almost done my food, so the chewing will stop soon. I'm sorry. It's so late. I shouldn't be eating in the first place, so I have to eat this like as quick as I can. 2 months.
The name is Pointer, researcher in the LSCC Plesetsk branch. The reason I joined same reason I quit. Nothing matters more than people's lives. All the research I've done has been for one purpose: to make people's lives better.
Pointer, there you are. How's everything going?
Winsong doesn't mind her quitting. Whenever she runs into Pointer at the branch office, she always stops for a few words, often with updates on the aerospace team.
I heard you're busy with the evacuation. Seems many stores in Miann have already closed up.
Also, sorry guys for streaming so late. This was really not my intention, but work is very crunch right now, and it's either this or we didn't get it. So
as soon as I finish the handover here, I'm heading back into town to help with packing, coordinating, and explaining the situation to the locals. Same old, same old.
Same old, same old. You know, Hisabeth said that exact thing when I asked about the team's progress yesterday. They seem to be doing all right.
So they kept doing it without her.
Good.
So she quit, but they didn't stop. I think she was hoping her quitting would make them stop. Winsong takes a small bag out from her coat, nudging the conversation in a lighter direction.
By the way, I've got some seats left. Do you want to take them off my hands?
Do I look like a gardener to you?
I mean, she could be a gardener.
Well, it's just that I heard from a few people here in Miann that a Laplace researcher was giving out sunflower seeds. And it wasn't me, so I've been wondering just who it could have been. Don't you want some? Seriously, everyone loves them.
I know they're supposed to be for growing, but I would eat the shit out of those. On the day Pointer left the Platis Cosmodrome, she handed out the seeds to everyone she passed. Aww. What was she thinking? Maybe she just wanted to break all ties, to stop herself from turning back. She keeps this bag, saving it for the right moment.
Thanks. So, who ended up signing the application?
Hisabeth will, when she goes to collect the monitor and report our research to Ludwig. She says it's more likely to get approval that way.
They don't know when to stop, do they?
Nope. And you quitting didn't really help. They're just doing it anyway without you.
They don't know the meaning.
Stop. If the fish get startled, then they won't eat anything.
I see, Miss Hisabeth.
She sprinkles the fish food carefully over the water's surface, hoping the fragile little creatures might cling to some instinct to survive. I like that fish tank! It looks like a TV!
Check. There's more runium left than we thought. Now, where should I put these useless old files? I was thinking we could use them for draft paper.
If I was rich enough to hire, like, a housekeeper, I would love to have a fish tank. Unfortunately, I'm just incapable of looking after fish. Like, every time I've tried has ended really bad, and I felt really bad. And it's not fair of me to adopt fish just because I want them if I know I'm a bad owner, but I wish I have to have someone else look after them. I really like fish. I was debating at one point. I was really tempted. I kept getting ads for it. I was like, what if I get sea monkeys? Keep them on my streaming desk by the bright light because they like bright lights. And then every time I start streaming and chatting, we can check on them with hand cam or something. But then I was like, I shouldn't do that either.
Maybe you can turn them into a knife or something. A knife would be more useful at this point. You know, to cut fruit or whatever.
Actually, that card there on the table would work better for that.
Why's that?
It's all about the material. Metal makes a better edge than paper. Never quite understood why you made them like that.
Oh, I was testing out a new alloy. I used it to make wind songs and pointers cards. It gets harder and sharper when heated. Give it a rub with your hands and you can use it as a letter opener.
Interesting. They are brine shrimp. Yeah. Their words trail off. They've been trying not to bring up Pointer's departure, to pretend like everything is still just as it was.
The ritual still isn't stable enough. We need a specific location or area to set as a destination in advance. But first, we need a way to pinpoint a recognizable area. The formula should be...
Miss Windsong sent me a message. She said, don't forget to collect the monitor.
Oh, she sent it to you too? Tell her I said thanks. No, that number doesn't look right.
I tried my best, but those arcane minerals you were asking for are scarce as all hell. I haven't been able to find a single supplier.
Dang.
Then we'll carry on without them.
Is that even possible?
That's it. Nope, wrong again. Pointer was the master of numbers. With that brain of hers, she'd have had this over and done by now.
Okay, I'm done with the food. No more eating. A sound from the corner of the room draws her attention. Voyager stacking pieces of mineral shards into a wobbly tower. In the lamplight, the peak sparkles, strangely mesmerizing.
Careful, don't hurt yourself. They're more powerful than they seem.
Voyager nods with a vague but accepting gesture, and Elizabeth turns back, ready to refocus on the data. But the fragile silence is broken, and the other words spill out.
Miss Elizabeth.
The little would-be astronaut walks over and stands beside Elizabeth. It's rare for her to approach so closely.
I have a question for you. Sorry if it's not a good time, but it's important to me. And it's something I hope you'll answer honestly.
Oh no. She's gonna ask about the storm or something, isn't she? Startled by the coming topic, Nameday broke the fish tank! Protect the fish! Accidentally, he scrambles to scoop up the spilling fish from the floor! Put them in the water!
Sorry, ladies. Please ignore me. I'm not here, and I didn't hear a thing.
It's hard to replace a fish tank!
Но если я заплачу, мисс Киперина, умная молодая девушка, неудивительно, что она быстро во всем разобралась. Вы согласны?
Elizabeth looks down at her. The upturned face is young, but so very determined.
So, what's your question?
Miss Pointer said something before she left. About places and people disappearing into the storm. It's hard to believe that she would ever give up on our mission. Unless she knew the price of failing was truly horrible.
Finally, she's asking about it.
Then the storm can't just be some normal kind of natural disaster.
Thank you. She should have known about this from the beginning. It's not right, even if she's a child.
This storm will destroy everything. Won't it?
She's smart. She doesn't even know how long that question has sat in the pit of her chest. In her glass marble eyes, Elizabeth sees a brightness welling up. She doesn't know how to respond, but silence can be an answer too, and the girl understands.
All the people we know, all the bears, birds, these fish, everything. The lost future that you talk about. Was it the first to disappear? Or Are there more that have been lost? Will the same thing happen to our time? Things are much worse than you let on. What else has changed in the future?
The light in her eyes never fades. Not completely. Kiparina has long understood that tears won't change anything.
Many things changed. Some things won't last nearly as long as people think they will. For you, the world might seem to have turned upside down, but life will go on.
Winter is gone. Windsong has her own geological surveys. Now everyone that's left seems to be looking to Hisabeth for answers. She tries to choose her words deliberately, but she's hardly ever been comforted, so she doesn't know how to comfort others.
So, now that you know what's at stake, are you ready to officially join Laplace? I'm afraid there is still a great deal I cannot tell you until then. Many of the answers you're seeking are classified.
Because they couldn't tell her. That I forgot about.
Pardon me, Miss Hisabeth. But given the danger of the mission we are expecting Kiparina to perform, I think she has the right to know what the storm really is.
I understand that you don't want to go against Laplace's rules. But I'll bet there aren't any rules against me figuring it out. And you simply nodding. Am I right?
Hisabeth nods, so Kiparina goes on.
I won't get to see Mr. Kozlov or get that gift in the future. So, if I join the Plus, I won't see anyone from Utranyaya ever again.
But unless you go back to them now, you won't anyway. She hesitates, but at last nods again.
The choice is yours. I won't force you to do anything. Remember the day we first met in the restaurant? I said I would write you a recommendation. I was serious. I still am. In fact, it's already done. Winsung has signed on to it too. And our Foundation friend behind you is prepared to offer another guarantee, just in case. We will make a recommendation for your friend Voyager as well. But that's all we can do. I'm afraid we can't protect everyone. Nor can we make this decision for you.
That would be so much weight on anyone, let alone a child.
Do you want to keep going?
The question isn't just for Kiparina. If they recover the data, if that data's any good, maybe someday no one will have to worry about the storm ever again. But what if they put their lives in jeopardy and gain nothing from it?
If you don't, you'll be allowed to return and accept what's to come. But if you join us, there is a chance to change things.
That is her answer. The only answer she needs to keep going. Heavy scene. Let's see, I guess. Poems come by chance. Interesting name for a chapter. Let's see where this goes. Surely not tragedy. Why are gacha games all so sad? I'm not complaining. I'm just genuinely curious. Like, other than gacha and JRPG, it's like, I don't know a single genre where, like, everything is sad. Silence has weight, like sand piling, layer on one's chest. Eventually, it can suffocate. Oh. The sobs barely register. 2 or 3 snuffed out before they can burst.
I will complete my mission.
But she knows it's about more than her, and she's the only one that can do it. She speaks with clarity, as if making a solemn vow.
And if I successfully come back with the data, I'll consider joining the Plus. But I can't make a decision now. I need more time to think. I will stay until my job is done. You don't have to worry about that. That is what Mr. and Mrs. Kozlov and my friends in the circus would all want. It is the right thing to do.
I mean, I guess that's true. It's the emotional connection that inspires people to pull. Maybe the sad is a little more predatory than I thought. Either way, I'm enjoying it. Uma Musume is sad? After every career, you send your horse to the glue factory. What's sadder than that? Atelier might be cute and happy, but overall, I'd say if you had to put like which JRPGs are sad versus which aren't, I'd say it's a pretty overwhelming majority that are pretty sad.
If you'll excuse me, I should return to my training. I'll see you later.
She's already on the move before the last word is spoken, leaving behind another layer of suffocating silence. It doesn't take long before someone else tries to wriggle out from it too.
Us too. Need to double check the warehouse inventory. Might find something useful.
I gotta check one thing real quick, hold on. What is the game that looks like Hotel Dusk that's coming out? Dear me, I was. I'm wondering if there's physical copies. Oh! I'm just unsure if I want to grab a physical copy or play it on launch. We'll see. It's a new game by the creators of Hotel Dusk that's coming out next weekend. I'm thinking of grabbing a physical copy, but I don't know if they exist or not for sure. We have it on the website, but I don't know. Because I'm not seeing any more information on it. Dear me, I was. Physical game. I'm just looking it up before I forget. Yeah, it's coming out on the 31st. But I don't know if it's digital only or not. I'm trying to figure that out. Because if there are physical copies, I need one. It's a game that the developers usually do all the animation with rotoscoping, but it's done really nice. It's absolutely lovely. And I've been keeping an eye on it, so I'm really, really excited. It's only $8 too. I wonder if it's going to be a really short game. If it is short, it would be really nice to finish the whole thing on stream. It says a short tale, so it might be one that we can finish in one stream. A short and simple interactive adventure. That would be really nice. If we can like do it in one kind of longish stream, power through it. Looks beautiful. I'm excited. It's only $8. I might grab a physical and a digital. We'll see. Anyway, back to the game. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss the pre-orders if there's physical.
Alright, we'll let you know if we find anything.
3 different indie games involving dead children. My entire brain just goes to da na 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 na. Still one of my favorite songs in gaming, but that was one of the most messed up first chapters of anything ever. They leave the room one after another in the corner. Voyager seems entirely unsure of what to do.
Join them if you want. I have some unfinished business.
Moments later, the last light-footed silhouette exits the room. The familiar gold glint rests at the far end of the hallway, her head lowered against the wall. Voyager tries to approach but hesitates, stopping mid-step. She looks around to make sure the hallway is empty, then lifts her violin onto her shoulder.
Alia.
The music strings and her voice twist together like a trembling thread, calling her friend to turn around.
Was that you? Did you just say my name? You weren't up to...
How to speak! Let's go! As she sees those flickering sparks, her voice falters. Then, in a heartbeat, Voyager resumes her usual appearance.
Stars. Good.
Oh, she is cute.
Alia. Happy.
She's so precious. Elizabeth has the office to herself for once, but the progress she had hoped would come to her is still elusive. After yet another failed calculation, she sets her pen down and reconsiders her goals.
These calculations need to be finished today. The teleport ritual requires the caster to recite the location. It could be understood as calibrating in a way. Let's continue with that thought. The destination must be preset, and the ritual casts through incantation. But the further the distance, the harder it is to stay on target. If only there were an arcane reaction strong enough and unique enough to calibrate to.
It's only then that she notices the strangeness of the moment, which is abruptly broken by the arcane energy monitor as it lets out an ear-splitting alarm. Oh no. Is it here? Is it here? A blinding light flashes. Oh! The instrument's detection radius is small, barely beyond the nearby hallway. Oh, maybe it was Voyager's violin. I thought maybe it was the storm. That would have been a little worse. She narrowly avoids a full-on collision in the doorway. Luckily, she catches herself using the girl's shoulder.
What happened? Are you all right, Miss Elizabeth?
Was that you? Did you cast that arcane skill just now? No, those energy levels were too high for you, beyond most arcanists. Who was with you just now?
So Voyager has been really quiet and innocent and not really doing much, but Voyager is super overpowered, it sounds like.
Voyager? She was just trying to make me feel better. Did it interfere with your experiments? I apologize, Miss Elizabeth. I promise it won't happen again. She just left. If you want to find her, I'll go with you.
Are you saying she was the one that cast that arcane skill?
Yes. It was so pretty. It was like
a neutron star.
I mean, she's from space, so it's obvious that the concept is beyond Kipperina. She tilts her head expectantly.
It's a type of highly magnetized star that emits powerful beams that can be traced to show us its precise location. We call them the beacons of space.
Interesting. Are those? I've never heard of them. Are they real? Or is this an arcane thing? Sometimes it's hard to know.
Such a strong arcane reaction would be so bright that it'd be trivial to locate even from an extreme distance.
I don't know much about space, but it sounds like the difference between finding a star in the sky and looking for the sun. But then the universe is also very big. I imagine if you were looking from far enough away, even the sun would seem small.
Mad. I'm afraid
So
you're
they're
right.
magnetar stars in
When
real life.
comparing all the stars
Interesting.
in the observable universe, our sun is far from the largest or brightest.
Hmm.
Only the closest. We can't assume proximity in our case. But then, there's still got to be a way, no?
Capturing the fleeting aura, she propels a new train of thought forward.
Before the storm arrives, the levels of arcane energy in all affected areas will be greatly amplified. But what about places that won't be affected? Perhaps then the trick will not be to look for the light in darkness, but for the darkness in the light. Like finding a dim bulb in a string of Christmas lights.
Which is probably easier to narrow down. Elizabeth places her hands on Kipperina's shoulders and makes a promise.
If that's the case, I can adjust the portion of runium in order to focus the disc precisely on Placets. If this works out, then I guarantee you will arrive home safe and sound.
Nice. 2 months before the storm.
Understood. Take care.
She ends the call and waves at the silhouette walking her way.
What are you up to?
I've been communicating with the garrison in Miann. They've picked up some abnormal critter activity during their patrols. Another batch of residents is set to evacuate too. I'll head over to help them shortly. What about you? Your geological survey? Are you staying at the branch, or will you head back to HQ?
Haven't found anything that's worth digging up yet, but I've decided to give it another try. Should be back here in time for the evacuation. Though I'm hoping to stick around for my little apprentice. She said she'll only give us her decision on joining Laplace once she's back from her mission. I can't wait to hear the good news. You still pretending not to care?
I mean, I don't even think she was good at ever pretending. We knew that she cared. The reason she left was because she cared too much. That was the problem.
My concern, whether it exists or not, will have no tangible effect on their results. I just hope they don't kill themselves for nothing.
Elizabeth is planning a final teleportation test the day after tomorrow. I'll be observing from the meeting room. You know, the one we always use upstairs? Early in the afternoon.
I'll likely be in Miann by then.
A brief silence follows. In the pause, Winsong deftly shifts the topic to the conspicuous glass tank in the crowd.
Hey, Ulrich. We meet again. You look even worse than when we last met.
Ah, Miss Winsong.
Hello, Akuya!
Pointer? What have we here? 2 of our busiest bees working together in the Plessis branch?
Pointer has no idea why Ulrich looks even worse. His expression, as ever, is nigh unreadable, so she simply nods to him.
So when is this humanitarian vacation of yours over? Any interest in sparing a little time to watch something fun?
If by something fun you mean Dimitri's party, then thanks, but no thanks.
I feel like he's gonna be an NPC in some of the chapters. I feel like I've seen him around. Out of context.
No, not that. I told you about it before. Elizabeth's teleport disc experiment.
Ah, yes, that one. You know, word of it is already spreading through HQ.
I like that the stuff, like the black stuff in his face, has been making like different expressions. I almost wonder if that's like the black stuff from the Manus Vindictae. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting, but it's like contained somehow.
And? What's the impression?
I wouldn't categorize it as good, but it has certainly become a contentious topic.
At least one of the bigwigs is supportive, Madame Lucy. It seems she intends to keep our experiment going either way. She even invited a prominent string theory researcher to HQ.
Also, yeah, I will just point through my text above. I haven't played the main story past chapter 6 yet. Just a heads up. So it's very fluid, a magnetic liquid. It's kind of like, not mercury, but like mercury is like thick magnetic liquid.
As I said, even if we don't get the results we hope
I'm
for,
just gonna pretend
the work itself
it's
can be illuminated.
the stuff that Leviathan uses. It's dark matter. The silent researcher at last offers a wave to attract the attention of the room.
Excuse me. I have obligations to attend to. Let's talk again later.
She walks off, leaving Ulrich and Windsong to watch her as her figure passes into the hall and away. Several minutes pass, then Windsong gasps.
Bean, I forgot my badge, and Pointer's gone. How am I supposed to get back to the lab?
That's the fun part, you don't.
Sorry, Ulrich. Do you mind walking me back? By the way, you didn't answer whether you'll be at Hisabeth's experiment.
Yes and no. I gave Hakuya mod powers, but like no obligation to mod or anything. I just mark people that I collab with sometimes, so it's a little easier to see when they pop in. A lot of VTubers do that. Let's see, defeat all enemies. Let's go for it.
Wow. So many things that I haven't
Should be
seen.
easy enough and still overpowered as hell.
What's that?
Discard the worldly burdens of
I tripled the ingredients this time.
home as the waters do.
Yeah, it's largely like the wrench club. It's just for me to see people easier and for mods. There's no obligation. Even for mods, like I appreciate the offer, you have the power, but if there's a day you can't make it or you're just too tired or whatever, like there's never an obligation, you just have the ability. It's always appreciated though.
Realize this card, the worldly, realize the truth of untainted as the lotus.
God, I love Tuesday. I'm enjoying space. It has a very slow start, but I'm liking the characters, especially Hisabeth. That's one thing that's both good and bad about this game. It's really slow starts. It kind of can be very like hit and miss, I find. But luckily this one's picking up, so it's fun. The Chinese New Year event last year was, the first half was like insufferable. It was good later, but the first half was painful. This is way better. Perhaps even the stars in the cosmos have songs to sing too. Yeah, there's a nice amount of existential dread, although some of that's also just me like going off topic into my own existential dread relating to space. You found them to hook me in very well? Yeah, they're mostly pretty good. I think one of the only ones that never quite got me that much was the first Uluru Games event. But I was also traveling at the time. I was at a convention, and I had to binge the rest of the event when I got back after the convention. I had to stay up all night and play it in bed. So to be fair, I was really tired and groggy. It might not be that the event was boring. I could have just been so tired. Which I feel like is a high possibility. Yeah. Ribbit Cup! That one was, to be fair, the very first one. They've come a long way. Alright, Concerto. Hissing snakes, crackling sparks, measuring tapes, a crow, and a glass fish tank. A mess, but full of life and sound. I do find, you know what I actually kind of want to get? I'm not even joking. Because this game is... So I've noticed one thing, streaming this game since launch. This game is a lurker's paradise. I think it's not something that's like high energy where you necessarily want to see me like scream and like react to stuff. It's more just a chill place to like passively enjoy the story and have some company. And I'm actually debating, because I found some affordable ones. Part of me wants to get like an ASMR mic. I'm not gonna use like a weird volume or anything. Like I'll talk normally into it. But I'm wondering, just where I move around a lot with this game, if having like an ASMR mic to add the dimensions to my voice would like increase to like the lurker and the enjoyment. Because I know that very much reverse streams are kind of like something, it's second monitor content a lot of the time. It's like very calm, relaxing, kind of like you listen to going to sleep type thing, even though it's existential dread. It's never a lot of chatting, but it is high views. Like a lot of people show up when I stream it, but no one really says anything. So I'm thinking, how can I really add to the comfy and like take advantage of that instead of like worry about it or anything? How can I like add to making the lurking extra comfy or anything? And I feel like something like that could potentially be interesting. You're reading Jay's event rerun? That's one of my favorites, Hawkeye. I really love that event. Make sure to read the character side stories if you can. They're really good in that one. I was also thinking an ASMR mic might be really nice for playing instruments. And singing, maybe even. Not for regular streams, though. Just for this game. There's not much difference in the lab today. Even though the others had tried to tidy up the clutter, any attempts at organization are doomed to fail here. Hisabeth pushes the last stack of files to the corner of the table, then steps back to survey her work.
I'm ready. Remember to stay within the safe zone. The medical team is helping with the evacuation, so we need to be extra careful this time.
I really like Kiparina's side event. I didn't get to play it, unfortunately. I usually don't have time to do the side stories. I only really do the side stories if I love the character and finish it early enough. And in this case, I did not.
Miss, are you sure I shouldn't be the one doing this?
It's not that I don't love the characters, I just think her... Oh wait, Kiparina is the current one, so hers would still be available. I think I missed Hisabeth's though. Maybe I'll try hers later if it's really good.
No. Look at all the files here. They might give you a paper cut. It's an unacceptable risk for our astronaut. Even the slightest abrasion could explode under the pressure of liftoff.
The worst thing is, I really wish I liked ASMR. I usually talk with really loud volume. It just helps me get the energy up on stream to yell a lot, but if I tone down the energy and talk at like, this is maybe more like a normal human level, I guess, if I'm not yelling, because I'm a yeller. If I talk more quiet, I feel like my voice is practically made for ASMR, but unfortunately I'm terrified of ASMR, so like I don't think I could ever be able to actually make it. Also, I cough all the time and my stomach makes angry sounds, so like you don't really want that in your ASMR. I'd have to do like edited ASMR only. If I had an editor to edit it for me, I would maybe consider, but like I'm not listening to that to edit it. I'm not listening to it.
No need for concern. We've done the simulations and cross-checked the data thoroughly. To aid in this mental preparation, I even read Madame Lucy's speech and some Laplace essays on the scientification of arcane skills.
It adds to the ambiance. Emily, what are you doing? Hi. It's like, oh, what are you doing here? It's like one of those things where it does not add to the ambiance, actually. You don't want to be watching a stream and then all of a sudden when you're trying to relax.
But
Kiparina.
Elizabeth's tone is formal, far more serious than she is known for in any other situation. Kiparina's back straightens. Sorry, one sec.
Take the others behind the blast door. I'll use my arcane skill to protect the field as much as I can. In order to maintain communication, you'll need to stay behind that door, or else the signal will be disrupted. But with my arcane skill, the risk should be minimal.
But if something goes wrong, what will you do?
I will take care of myself. The only thing I ask is that you pay close attention to what I do. Because in the worst case scenario, if you find yourself out there alone, you'll need to be able to perform this intuitively.
Scary.
I don't know if I'm ready.
I don't know if I'd be able to get the mic in time to do it for the Assassin's Creed collab. I have my eye on one ASMR mic that's only $200, which sounds really bad, but for ASMR, that's quite good. I wouldn't use it for actual ASMR though, which makes it a little hard to justify. Yeah, I don't know. I do want to experiment with different stuff though, because I like playing instruments, and I think it'd be really nice to add that like 3D depth to when I do instrument streams. Which I keep wanting to do more frequently, but my schedule keeps not allowing. I've got to get better at like prioritizing. I know it sounds counterproductive, but I've got to get better at like prioritizing hobby and just things for fun that don't matter, because I feel like I put way too much pressure on myself for work, and it would be good to put more time into like hobby side as well. Not half and half or anything, just like making time once a week, whether I have it or not, even if it means cutting something else. Just because it's good to have those low pressure moments to kind of recalibrate your brain, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe, but it's still too early to give up, little astronaut.
She gives her a gentle push on the shoulder, nudging her back. The automatic door begins to close. She doesn't finish her sentence before the doors shut completely.
Enough talking. We don't have time for any dramatic farewells. Wait, whose idea is this?
That's
Couldn't
cruel.
be Pointer's. She packs meticulously. Let me guess. Winsome?
She reads the words on the ID, smiling smugly at her confirmation.
I knew it. How is she gonna get back into the lab?
Before activating the disc, she hangs the unexpected find around her neck.
I'll just have to surprise her with it later.
In the empty meeting room, Ulrich and Winsong take up space on opposite sides of the door. No one feels like sitting at the uncomfortable conference table without a good reason.
Where would you place their odds? Perhaps more importantly, is there any guarantee the data they collect will elucidate meaningful truths behind the storm?
You know as well as I do, Laplace hasn't mastered the art of prediction. We don't offer guarantees. Besides, maybe our demon already knows how this all ends, but I'd rather not. Personally, I hate spoilers.
Same!
As do I.
Ulrich shrugs, about to continue the conversation by mentioning a neat bit of tech he's recently looked into, when a strange but familiar voice cuts in.
Slackers! Slackers!
Yes, I found the room. Thank you.
Who's that? It looks like a bird. Ulrich's voice modulator stutters for a moment before finally spitting out the name. Oh, Emily, hello! Thank you for the raid! I guess that's how you found me. Hello! Hello! Thank you for the raid. I don't have any proper alerts or anything. I'm not even monetized. This is my hobby account. Hi! Welcome in! Hello! I'm Miann. I'm streaming the newest event in Reverse 1999. I don't have a chat bot or anything, so I can't give you a shout out. I'm sorry. But make sure to go check out Emily if you're unfamiliar. She's very, very, very cute. Wait, are we eating them both? Thank you. Hello. I am surprised you found me over here in my corner. Thank you for the raid. I have the default sound alerts because I didn't bother setting up any. That's the whole reason. I remembered I had a chibi art though that came with the model when I adopted it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna set up a basic one. You know this person? No, you don't. Yes, you do. Listen, I rated myself. Okay. No secrets. Don't make up any weird drama or anything for anyone who might be caught off guard. It's fine. Don't worry. No weird reason or anything. Just having some fun over here. I almost put you in timeout instead of modding you. That was scary. Thank you for the raid. We're getting to, I don't think quite the climax of the event, but things are starting to get pretty serious. If you like existential dread and hot, scary women, this is a game you might enjoy. Welcome in. I've been debating because this is a really comfy, like, lurking game. I'm half tempted to get an ASMR mic because it's basically just late night story time whenever I play this game, and I feel like it would be really nice and comfy. Yeah, jail. No jail. No jail.
Is that Adler?
Mr. Ludwig?
Winsong looks stunned. Orange, clearly confused, flashes a giant exclamation mark. The raven perched on the monitor's head tilts its own in curiosity. Oh, so it was a bird. It was a raven.
I'm glad to see you're so devoted to our research, and I thank you for your hard work.
I wonder if it's like a mammoth or something like that, like from Final Fantasy, where it's like a little plushie that like flies around and is controlled by someone because its neck is bleeding out stuffing. Oh yeah, the game also has girls kissing, but I mean, it censors it, so they can pretend it's not girls kissing. But listen, the artist made a version without the hat in the way. We know! We know!
I'm here to deliver the storm monitor on behalf of Madame Lucy.
This is the English dub, but the English dub of this game is actually the original version. Like, the game is made in China, but the English dub is the official audio. It's really good. It's known, like, the English dub is known to be so good. Usually when you play a game in English, everyone comes in and is like, switch to Japanese! But this is one of the few games where if someone's playing in Japanese, everyone comes in and is like, switch to English! It's actually that good. Yeah, even in the Chinese version, English is the official default dub. Like, the English is the official for this game. Yes.
Given our lack of resources and time, we were forced to modify an existing device to perform as our monitor. It was originally a robotic assistant, something to set daily schedules and work reminders. You already noticed Adler's voice. It's synthetic, of course. His colleagues originally developed this machine for him as a humanitarian gesture. It was trained to mimic his voice, an attempt to keep him social.
Yeah! Hakuin was vouching last event. Even Chinese characters speaking in Chinese sound better in the English dub than in the Chinese dub. Like, they really go ham on the English dub. It's literally one of the best examples of all time. It's really well done.
It ultimately proved ineffective in that role, so now it will serve as our monitor.
I think that's part of why I like this game so much. As someone who like does voice acting and would love to be in some games and stuff, just keeping up with this English dub with how good its reception has been is like really healthy to help like train my ears and stuff.
I understand. Given the circumstances, recycling resources is wise. Though I struggle to see how a robotic assistant could be a humanitarian gesture.
Your appreciation is noted, and I supposed you might. In fact, this vacation Madame Lucy sent you on to Plesetsk is a kind of humanitarian gesture on her part. Perhaps she hopes you'll gain a deeper understanding of the term.
I also noticed something. Hold on. I think my Twitch chat hasn't been working. Oh no, it's been working. Okay. The Raven, pleased with the silence, offers no further input. Windsong taps a few times on the monitor and smiles at her new discovery.
Mind if I take a closer look? Wow, there are a lot of voice packs programmed into this thing. How to temper steel. Madame Lucy's voice, I'd bet. And then what else is here? Sweetheart? The superstar?
Oh, Sweetheart!
Oh, and Sputnik 1
She's
too.
barely appeared in anything.
Warm and fluffy company. Who could that be?
I don't know. That's a creature.
What a waste of time. Why would a monitor need a critter's voice in space?
Yeah, her voice is so good. Isn't it, VJ Fun? Mm-hmm.
Maybe they just put it in for fun. It could be useful to relieve a little stress. Oh, perfect timing. Hisabeth has entered the testing grounds.
That's not Pickles. Pickles would be like... But it was like... Definitely the creatures.
Field report. I activated the disc, but it's not working. There must be an error in its incantation.
I still think the best voice in the game for me is Tuesdays. And Argus. That entire patch. Oh, and Nala. So that entire patch was just like injecting happy into my eardrums.
Oh, the indicator is red. So then it must still be accumulating arcane energy. It may be calibrating its position within the range I set. But what about all this excess energy? I worry it might not just transport me, but half the office.
Any last words? If you explode, I call dibs on your fish.
Aren't the fish like dead? We broke the fish tank!
Have some patience. It's doing something.
Also true, Pickles didn't exist yet. No, Pickles was from the 60s, right? Or am I remembering something wrong? Violently, oh no. The entire office begins to rattle along with it. The fish in the eco-tank dart anxiously.
Bad news. I don't think any of those fish are gonna survive.
Yeah, no.
Wish me a safe journey.
Oh boy. Before the floor starts to ripple, the monitor scoots itself out into the hallway for safety. Windsong slams her back against the wall to steady herself. Looking up, she sees Ulrich's glass tank vibrating, its contents scattering into tiny particles. That's terrifying, scattering into particles. The wording is absolutely horrifying.
I can hear you brainstorming, Ulrich. It's oddly literal.
The sound of shattering glass immediately has Windsong turn to her colleague, confirming that Ulrich is still secure inside his case. The noise appears to have come instead from a fish tank falling, and...
You know, Hisabeth, there's gentler ways to make an entrance.
Using the ley lines. Oh, this is trippy. Holy. Mid-air, Hisabeth adjusts her posture and lands squarely on the meeting table. Aside from the poor fish that were flung from their stone tank, it isn't the worst entrance. That's a nice animation. For the landing. Could feel the weight of it. The fish flopping on the floor begin to slow, except the one that has landed fortuitously on Ulrich's tank.
Poor fish. I attempted to turn my aquarium into fireproof ceramic to keep it safe, but it looks like it just made it easier to shatter.
Wait, she tried. Mention of her arcane skill triggers a panic. She glances down at the object she's been handing to Windsong. It's heavier than it should be. This must be Laplace's first ID badge with a ceramic strap.
Uh-oh, I forgot about this. Luckily, it didn't affect the card itself.
She blinks, letting the shimmer of her arcane skill fade.
That's a unique design. Thanks. It might make for a nice conversation piece.
Ulrich is busy saving the poor fish swimming atop his head. Oh god. Dropping it back into the tank. At least the fish seem to have survived, perhaps.
Your results appear more than adequate. Indeed, you have exceeded my expectations.
Is that stuffy off his stock for good job? Merci all the same.
Congrats. So does your success here mean my lovely apprentice has a chance to land back on Mother Earth safely?
More than a chance now. Though I'm afraid the adjustments we've made to the process will be impossible to replicate at scale.
So she's been shot into space. We just have to see if the child comes home safely now. Oh, good.
Nonetheless, you've convinced me.
The Raven rolls toward them on its mechanical perch.
Your application for delayed evacuation is approved.
The cheers in Elizabeth's headset reach her before she's finished processing the words.
But I haven't even submitted it yet.
Well, you may submit it now.
So, that's why you're back here with that torn-up application form? I gotta tell you, it's impressive you managed to piece it back together.
I just make a new one at that point. All lines fall on a thin sheet of paper held together with tape and barely legible.
At least I learned something from it. Don't teleport paper products without a protective sheet.
They seem so close to success.
Oh, she's okay! Nice!
I will keep training. I need to stay at my best for a lunch day.
Oh, that was a test, so they might have just sent an object or tested the system, but they didn't shoot her into space. Got it. Voyager taps Kipperina on the shoulder, doing her best to express her opinion.
I know. I won't push myself too hard. Thanks, Voyager.
We don't have much time left. Remember to rest too while you still can.
I really like name days, boys.
You should take a day off. Consider it a celebration of our successful experiment.
Actually, I believe Miss Elizabeth already has plans for me. We still have a lot of work to do.
Kipperina holds her stare on the pondering researcher, expectantly seeking her input.
Plans? Yes, that we do. I need to train you to use the monitor. You will have to confirm the final coordinates on the disk and be able to perform the final safety checks before launching. Oh, I think it may be necessary to implement a particular procedure that Ludwig mentioned. A humanitarian vacation.
What does that mean? Guess we'll find out. He is interesting. I don't know much about him yet. I've only really seen him in this because I don't know if he was in it or not, but I skipped Baccarola's event because that, you know, caused the copyright strike incident of 2025. And I'm finally free, almost, in a couple weeks. At that point, I don't know if I might stop streaming this game and someone else might pick up streaming this game again. Or, I don't know. Maybe if I'm encouraged to keep this game here, that'll happen. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out when the time comes. Yeah. We'll see. I don't have a preference personally, but I am aware that doing it here takes a lot of time away from other places, where the streams for this are very long. So if doing elsewhere is encouraged, that's what I will do. Now the 2.4 incident, it wasn't even a copyright claim for me. Like, it was an actual strike. They're like, do this 3 more times and your channel's terminated. And I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? It wasn't even for any of the fancy songs. It was the in-game battle song. The battle song. I couldn't just mute during a specific song. It was the battle song. And then I told a contact I know at Blue Park, I was like, hey, can you do anything? And they're like, nope, understandably, they just don't have the power to. And then I can't contact Sony because, like, I don't have a contact, but I contacted YouTube and I appealed it. And I was like, bro, this is unfair. They even told me, like, the people who own the rights said that this shouldn't be a strike. And then they're like, we've determined that your strike is valid. And then I made a post calling out YouTube because that was bullshit. And of course they don't respond. They're like, we sent a real human to look into it and we're so sorry, but you broke the rules. And I'm like, but I didn't break the rules! Anyway. Almost cost me my entire goddamn career. So, thanks, Sony. It wasn't even Blue Pock, it was Sony! Anyway, let's go into 13 for now. Is this game meant to be depressing or scary? Oh, absolutely depressing. 29 hours before the storm. Oh, we're getting there. Plus, it's merely, whatever the name, the towns surrounding the Cosmodrome look more or less the same. They were built to support the nearby research facilities and fall silent along with them. A single snowflake goes unnoticed in the vast white, melting into hot breath.
Allow me. These should be the lost boxes.
They make sure to take care of their content creators. They didn't do anything to me. I reached out asking for help, and they basically told me, I'm sorry, we can't do anything. YouTube shouldn't have done that, but we can't do anything about it. And then one of my underlings also reached out, and they were ghosted, from what I believe, so I can't agree. I can't agree that they look out for their creators. I can't agree. It was really heartbreaking for me.
Leave them, miss. Just tell us which ones should be moved, and we'll take care of them. We all got our own jobs to do.
The young soldier bends down ahead of Pointer, loading the boxes into the truck one by one with practiced speed. Pointer checks the list in her hands and gives a nod. Correct quantity. The test to last batch of supplies is now loaded. I just realized! Another reason that getting an ASMR mic for this game might be really nice. I know that I still talk and like yap and stuff a lot, but it almost makes it like an audiobook version. Because the story is so long, for people who have to miss it, you can like listen to it while doing other stuff and still get the story, as long as I read the narration.
Will you leave with the others tomorrow? Or are you staying on until the final evacuation?
Our orders are to evacuate to Xeno's nearest base tomorrow. How about you? We were responsible for escorting the last staff members from the Pleasant's Cosmodrome. That place should be empty now, shouldn't it? An evacuation like this has to be for something big. I'm sure you know better than I do. If you can, miss, find somewhere safe. ASAP.
I'm leaving Miann tonight, just as soon as I help finish with the evacuation. There are fewer troops around now. Have there been any further orders?
Some were sent to clear the roads. There's been more critters blocking the way lately.
I have a question. I feel like this was answered before, but I can't remember it. I don't know if anyone right now would know. The Path to Nowhere, like, events or character stories, do they have full voice acting? I think I was told no. That's another game I'm debating getting into. I have reasons I might choose to pick up Zenless next. It won't be during the current patch, though. I will be waiting until 2.1 is over if I pick up Zenless. But Path to Nowhere, I feel like voice acting the sexy prisoner stories would be really fun.
I guess the others were assigned to an urgent support mission. So it's just the rookies like me left.
I want to voice act the sexy cannibal lady.
Evacuations can be dangerous. A job like this shouldn't be left to new recruits.
I'm the sexy clown lady.
You think so? Honestly, I was hoping for a little challenge. But we're soldiers. We follow orders.
The engine roars to life, sending up a small flurry of snow from its undercarriage.
Do you need a lift?
Thanks, but I'm going back to check on the evacuation. Be safe.
The truck disappears down the slush-covered road carved through the snow. Pointer heads in the opposite direction, further into the town.
So, this is our humanitarian vacation here? An open mining pit?
They have English and German voice acting. I know the main story does, but do like the character events? Or are there any like sections that don't? I was still debating picking up voice acting like the Uma Musume events in English, but I didn't realize you had to complete so many careers. I might give it a try once though. If there's an event that's really popular, I'll try to grind up and give it a shot. The thing is, the Nikkei events, there's only one for me to voice act every 2 weeks. And I really enjoy the voice acting practice. So if I could have something else to do on the off weeks. I know the Bond stories is one thing, but like another game where I could like keep up with the story, I feel like would be really rewarding. Maybe. I don't know.
You've got it.
I like the practice. Especially if it's an ongoing game, because then if I ever get an audition.
Nearby and easy to reach. I can't see a reason why we shouldn't come check it out. The only problem is I got the timing a little off. But just you wait. It won't be long now before the Aurora shows up.
She tosses a pebble toward the pit. It vanishes into the dark.
We've recruited a great team from Laplace and the Foundation and worked out the kinks of our teleport disk. If we can just manage to collect some useful data, our future could be brighter than any Aurora.
I hate to be negative at a time like this, but this is still a big gamble.
I hate to be negative, but this is node 13 out of 20. Something is going to go horribly wrong.
But we want big today. Didn't you join us to bring about a better future? Just think. Our achievements on this project could pave the way to a promotion or at least a transfer.
They announced the next banner character? Yeah. Are there any good like events though? I don't know which ones have like good story and which ones don't. I don't know. Or I can even try voice acting the main story. It's probably the easiest, I guess, but I don't know. The problem with Uma Musume is that like it's so hard to unlock the story. I know it's not. I know people can speedrun careers, but you've seen me try to speedrun on stream. I'm slow. I'm really slow. Even when I skip everything, I'm slow. It takes a lot of time.
Don't try to butter me up with promotion
I want something I can approach more casually.
Anyway, it's bad luck to talk like that right before a mission. Worse than bad luck, it's cliche. Strangers coming together to do great deeds, risking mortal peril for the good of humanity. Now, just before the climax, we'll start talking about their motivations and backstories. All to give the story a twist. When someone bites it in the last act, and then the whole gang is haunted by their last moments of peace together.
Oh, there's a theory about that. What is it called again? Right.
Quantum entanglement!
Entanglement.
I was talking about quantum earlier. I don't think I mentioned quantum entanglement, but that's another one that really fascinated me. Oh my god, this event was made for me.
Where I'm from, there's a book called I Ching that has a similar idea. That the things we do are mirrored in faraway places.
Quantum entanglement is so fascinating because it's like everything you do affects something far, far, far in the distance. Like everything is tangled with other things and like everything works together to affect everything. It's so cool. It's so cool. After turning several near-identical corners, Pointer reaches her destination. I almost wonder if Capernia's quantum entanglement is Voyager. A small group of people has gathered by the roadside. The moment they spot her, their wind-clapped faces break into smiles.
How are things proceeding? I'm here to perform a final check on the evacuation.
It's going well. We're all ready to leave. It's just these flowers. We thought about planting them somewhere just so we don't need to carry them. But with the soil frozen over.
Flowers?
Yes, you know, from the seeds you gave us. My daughter planted them just for fun, but they really thrived.
A little girl bundled in thick winter clothes hoists up her box of treasures to Pointer. Several tall potted sunflowers.
Mommy said it's really, really difficult. It's a miracle. Miss, but you and I did it together.
That's so cute!
Yes, I suppose it indeed appears miraculous. But how are you going to take them with you? I think it will be a bit too heavy to carry on the road.
We've given away the rest to some of our neighbors. But these are the ones that bloomed the best. It hurts to think we'd just leave them here to die. It's so cold now, and it's getting hard to find food. We know we have to evacuate soon, but no one has told us where we're going or what's next. Despite all the hardship, these seeds you gave us somehow managed to bloom under my daughter's care. Look, they're absolutely radiant. If even these little flowers are ready to fight to survive, how can we give up?
The townspeople around her chime in, and the girl beams even brighter, holding a box or something. She wants to tell them to save their space and energy for more important supplies. The seeds were a gift from Windsong, likely altered through an arcane skill, perhaps already adapted to grow in permafrost. But at this moment, it doesn't seem right to judge these flowers that hold meaning for others.
Thank you. I'm not aware of the local species of flowers here, but I'm certain all the same that these are the most beautiful flowers in Murney. I hope you can find a way to take them with you.
Watching the golden hue of the sunflowers fade into the distance, Pointer steps back into the forest, or something, not forest. She looks like the vehicle parked earlier to take one final patrol and then leave without looking back. The auto sections really get me. Yet Miann is, in fact, just large enough for chance encounters to still occur.
Hey, am I seeing things? Pointer?
Those are... They look like really old 3D glasses, but like even worse. Like, what the heck are these? Hello, Karanuba. The glint of Laplace's uniform blends into the snow, and she squints until she recognizes the waving figure.
Oh, hey. Weren't you on vacation? Why are you back here with the evacuation team?
Well, I had nothing else to do anyway, and we need all the help we can get. Did you hear? There's still a team at Pleasance. Ludwig even approved a delayed evacuation for them.
It bothers me slightly that when he talks, his mouth gets bigger. Do you know what the glasses are making him look like? That scientist lady from The Invincibles. I only saw it like once, so I don't know if I'm thinking of the right name of the movie, but the superhero family thing, and there's this, like, a science lady. It reminds me of her.
I guess they're planning to stay to the very last moment.
For some reason.
That?
Ludwig actually approved it. They are going to stay in the Cosmodrome?
The news is nothing like she expected. Her voice rises in shock.
Unbelievable, right? That takes a lot of guts.
I think The Incredibles,
people like that here at Laplace. If
Might
you've
be the
got
hair.
time, maybe you should go check on them. See if you can talk some sense into them.
He aims to pat her shoulder, but considering her mechanical components, he lowers his hand halfway.
Anyway, I have a street of houses to check one by one for stragglers, so I've got to get back to them. Oh, it's freezing cold out there. Don't forget to check the components. I'll catch up with you when we get back to the branch.
She's nervous. She once hoped that Ludwig would shut down this absurd plan, a mission far greater odds of failure than achieving any meaningful goal. But she should have known better. Laplace is filled with the most stubborn people imaginable. They would never give up, no matter how many obstacles stand in their way. The storm is coming. What else is left for her to do? Pointer looks in the direction of the Cosmodrome. The building is obscured by a swirling sheet of white.
Everything is made of atoms. From afar, Mount Taihang is like a grindstone. The Yellow River is like a belt. And all these things are but dust. In other words, maybe the reason why we are here is only a complete coincidence.
I mean, isn't that why everything is everything?
Hold it. Let's just get back to the topic at hand.
The universe is just a bunch of coincidences?
Oh, I want to hear the rest. Would you please let him finish?
No way. I think I'd rather take a chance on that lethal backstory cliché. How about you start us off?
The little snakes tilt their heads in unison. Every eye lands inquisitively on name day. He almost wishes for a petrification spell to hit himself.
Sure, what do you want to know? Are you curious about why I chose our loose yet ambitious team?
Loose yet ambitious. That's a good description. You brought it up. Now spit it out. And make it simple.
I feel like Elizabeth is like a bit of a mad scientist, to be honest, because this should be like a big existential dread moment where she's nervous, but she seems calm as heck. She's like, if I die for science, cool.
Maybe I shouldn't have oversold it. I just think you have a good plan. What if this works? What if we do this and it changes the world? And I could be a part of that. It's a tempting thought, don't you think? I just don't want to see another place I hold dear lost to the storm.
So you mean it was for your hometown?
Yeah. I guess you could say that.
Isn't your homeland still here in this era?
More often than not, Kiparina chooses to listen and wait. She seldom inserts herself into conversations.
Have you just accepted the fact that it will disappear? Again?
He shakes his head.
My home isn't in this era. Maybe the names are the same. Same old familiar buildings, but nothing that matters to me. What's gone is gone.
So he's less afraid because he's already lost everything.
Don't feel bad for me, though. Now I have my own portable hometown.
He raises a finger and taps the little ornament dangling on his ear.
Hey, I always figured you kept that around in case you needed some quick cash. You know, like those pirates that had coin earrings.
Oh, no. My brother said he would kill me if I gave this away.
It
It's meant to be for the last living child, a family heirloom of sorts.
Oh.
If I lost it, I think my family would crawl out of their graves and haunt me. If they had graves. Still, if I was in dire need.
Family. The word stirs emotions in all those listening. Kiparina lowers her head, trying to hide her expression.
Alia family?
Oh, they're like sisters, basically. She points to the ground, doing her best to respond with the words she's learned, even if the meaning is slightly off.
No, Voyager. This is not my family. They're in Utaniaya.
They can be their family too, though. Oh, amazing Chili, she is cute.
These are my friends.
Oh. At first, I was like, that's a bit cold, but this is really wholesome too.
Friends.
She knows this word, but until now, she only used it to describe Kiparina. For Kiparina, it's a word that breaks down barriers and opens doors.
You told me that as long as there are living people to remember what has been, that what we're doing will be worthwhile. I've tried to accept that, but I still can't. What has been? It's not just an old building or some candy in a store. It's the place I grew up and the people I love that will be taken away.
For anyone who came in with the raid and has no context, the main theme of this game and what's about to happen is there's a thing called a storm that comes in, and it essentially wipes out everyone in existence. Like, people in specific areas can stay alive and get teleported to a new time, but the entire world as you know it and almost all of the people will disappear. Like, not just die and get killed, like cease to exist. Completely disappear from the timeline. Like, they no longer exist. And she just learned that that's about to happen. So, yeah.
It's everything in my life. It is my life. I know I must accept it. That I can do nothing but accept it. But how can I ever accept it?
Another long silence. Everyone standing here has a reason to keep going. Reasons strong enough to chase the absurd. In other words, no one here knows the real answer. Oh, that was a heavy section. Alright, we gotta battle. We gotta fight!
You yearn for me.
Fight our existential dread. Yes, Tuesday, we know you have come. Everyone, listen up. It's time to pull out. Okay, let's go.
Discard the worldly burdens of life and death.
Shoot, I meant to put it back, not move it. I was okay. Yeah, that's the title of the game. That's where the reverse comes from. They'll reverse into non-existence. It's a very slow burn story, but it's very intense. It's not for everyone. It's a very specific kind of vibe. I really love it. It's probably one of my favorite gachas that exists out there right now, but it's not one with mainstream appeal, if that makes sense. It's very niche, but I think that's its strength too. Because it's niche, it has so much flexibility and it can experiment and do a lot. It doesn't have to play to like mainstream demands. It can very much do its own thing, and I like that. Yeah, in China it's called Return to the Future. I thought it was like Back to the Future, and they couldn't use it here because that's like copyright. Maybe it was Return and it's too close, I'm not sure. Anyway, I have a quick question that's kind of important. Yeah, the story's slow and methodical, but it's well told. It's not a time sink, like it all feels worth it. But you have to have the time. For 14, am I good to play 14? Will the end of 14 be a good place to leave off? I know it's very late, but I'd like to do one more if possible, just because I don't know how much time I'm going to have next week. So having one less next week might really help. Because around this exact time, there's a stream I want to do for work next week. So I'm gonna have to finish this before that somehow. So I need to really carefully plan my sleep. So I'm good to continue. Do 14 and end there. 14, like at the end of 14 is a good stop. So I'm good to take like a minute, just go get more water. Then we come back and finish up 14, and that'll be a good place. Okay. That's good. Oh, it's baby girl on my menu. Hello! This is my wife, Aleph. He is my wife. For anyone who hasn't met him yet, don't worry, I haven't met him yet either. He's in chapter 9, and I still have to play 7, 8, and 9. I just like him. He's great. I will be back in a few minutes. And at 14, we have 5 nodes back. Wait. I thought there'd be a 6. 15. Hold on. What the fuck? Sorry, it felt like all of a sudden something like deep in my nose was so dry that like it caused my eyes to water. I thought there was 20 nodes.
Everything is futile, yes. But at least
there are 20? Yeah, so we'll have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, yeah. That's why I want to make sure to get a little bit more done. Okay, I wiped off my tears from whatever happened. I'll be right back.
Everything is futile, yes. But at least this exhausting suffering won't last forever.
Okay, give me a sec. Wait, he's good with Voyager? Dang! So him and Voyager and Baccarola would probably be good then with a healer. Give me one sec. Okay. Back to game. Animation. Don't worry, I'm not injured. I'm just not okay in the head. it's you know, maybe a little injured, but like, don't worry too much. Don't worry too much. I'm just a little clumsy. Just a little bit clumsy, you know? You guys are clumsy too sometimes, right? You understand. You must understand. I can be a bit clumsy. I think we can all be a bit clumsy sometimes. Back to the comfy jacket. Bro has like loads of roles in the media, like 50 plus. Who does? Alep's voice. Oh, he's voiced by a prominent actor. I do remember seeing that. Yeah, I think that's neat. I think it's not a bad thing to hire like really famous actors. I trust this game that when they hire a famous person, it's not for their popularity. I don't like when games hire celebrities or influencers because they're famous, but if they hire them because they have the skill to back it up, then by all means. I just hate that. I want to vent about one thing really quickly on my non-company, non-monetized account where nothing matters. Very, very quick rant, but it's like the most discouraging and heartbreaking thing ever when everything in VTubing and everything in voice acting, at the end of the day, skill can only get you so far. It feels like almost all the opportunities are locked behind clout, and it's just... It can be so discouraging sometimes, man. It can be so discouraging when you're not in like the top whatever. It takes a lot to push through. Someday, be good enough to get opportunities despite no clout. Someday, just have to work extra hard. Will you chase the stars? Those who departed from home are now wandering through tales. Let's finish 14. They nailed Olive's role. I'm excited to get to the chapter. I've heard he's a great character. Hardest person to convince is often yourself. Sensing Kaparina's disappointment, Name Day finally speaks up.
About that?
I don't know.
The blunt reply causes him to bite his tongue and listen.
When I heard about my parents' death, I was just stepping onto the bus to La Place. I felt like I had no time to even think about it.
Dang. So all three of them, I think all three of them lost their parents? Because that's not Kaparina's actual parents, I don't think.
I guess I mistook that for acceptance. After all, there's nothing I could do to change it. Then about 3 months later, I broke my pen while writing a research log.
And cry, probably, because it just hits you when you least expect it. If you think you get over something severe very easily, you don't. it comes out later in other ways.
I cried for 40 hours. 40 hours. And I'm not exaggerating.
I believe
I'm grateful
it.
my roommate didn't have me commit it.
It's just, if you suppress something, it's gonna come out sooner or later, so it's very healthy to just accept things.
Was it your parents' pen?
The very idea of Hysibis crying seems almost impossible to imagine. She cuts off the thought before she turns impolite.
Nah, just an ordinary Laplace office pen. They give them out by the boxload. But back
It's
home,
just
when
how
I
it
broke
hit.
something, my parents would tease me for being careless. And then we would find a new one together.
So that's how it brought back her memories of her parents.
You can't really accept a thing like this. The only thing you can do is put your pain aside and find something to do with yourself.
True. That's why whenever I'm going through a really hard time, like I've talked quite a bit about going through a hard time. I've talked a little bit about why, but it's just, I've been going through a pretty hard time myself, and like, that's part of why people keep telling me like, take a break, and I'm like, no, you don't understand, I need to be busy. I mean, even if it's hard and I'm not as productive, like, I need to be busy. I have to try to, I need to take some time, obviously. Like, I take time in my personal time, but I don't want to be sad all the time. I have to keep busy. I have to keep moving, or I lose it.
Even if it's just making a ball of tape. Just wrap a ball round and round over and over until you've forgotten what it even looked like inside.
When it's something that's so unfair that you can't accept it, it's like you have no choice. The little astronaut nods solemnly.
Cool, you should. I'm speaking from experience. You know, when you're young, everything bad seems like the end of the world. Forgetting your homework might as well be the apocalypse.
She's right. Nameday swallows the words he had meant to use to lighten the mood. He's heard enough of them before. He's even asked himself the same.
Are you going home, Mr. Raccoon?
No. I'm heading out for a mission.
He calls him Mr. Raccoon? That's so cute!
Vila said it's a time that you're familiar with, but that you didn't ever plan on going back. I know Vila had another home before she moved to Rayashki. You must have one too. What was it like? Does it snow there?
Yes, it snowed there. So much that it made the trees sag and covered up your footprints as soon as you've walked past. When the Volkov froze over, my sister and I would go and fish from holes we cut in the ice.
Even grades not an A. I used to be the same. If I got like a 99, everyone would be like, oh, we're so proud of you, and I'd be sobbing. And they'd be like, why are you upset? That's so good. And I'd be like, it's not perfect. I don't know where that came from. My parents were always like, you did great. And I'd be like sobbing, thinking I'm the worst, the complete failure. Oh, that's true. Anyways, the raccoon? I haven't used him, so I didn't know that. That's cute. Yeah, Avkas VA, didn't you guys say, like, it's an actual kid and that he voice acts in Paw Patrol? That's so crazy.
Comrade Basuno once fell in the ice doing that. We didn't see him at school for weeks.
Playing on the ice can be dangerous, little August.
Legend has it that girls who drowned become Rusalki. He asked Vila once, and she confirmed it was only a myth. Most stories are like that, heavily embellished in the retelling. To hold the boy's drifting thoughts or rein in his own memories, he squats down until his head is level with the sunflower.
But it's all gone now. No matter the era. Even if I went back to that little dot on the map, it would never be the same.
These mittens and pants, not Paw Patrol? Ah, people were saying Paw Patrol. I don't know what mittens and pants is.
Like Rayashki.
Just like Rayashki.
Another patch of land whose story was lost to the storm. remembered only by the few lucky enough to have lived there. He tries to pull the topic back before it veers somewhere neither of them can handle.
Поэтому мы должны выжить, и потом все встанет на круги свои.
Леня, держись. Жизнь — это очень важная вещь.
It's important to remember that whenever you're going through a hard time. The most important thing is to stay alive. Even if it feels hopeless in the moment, you never know what the future can bring.
Иди, следуй тому маршруту, который я тебе дал. Никогда не оглядывайся назад.
Is Oliver Fogg's VA in Paw Patrol?
Being certified as capable for an independent field mission means you're an official Foundation member. Congrats in advance.
Hold on. I'm curious about one thing. I want to look up. I think I found it before. I'm curious if it still exists. Hello, Shakespeare? Yeah! Yeah! I actually was browsing before. I don't think this is supposed to be public, so I don't think I can show you guys the link or prove it. But I found it by accident once, and I was like, there's no way. And then I saw the name. I actually found the audition for Oliver Fogg. It was posted. I can only share what's public, like right here on the page. I'd send you the page, but I don't know if I'm allowed to distribute this, but like it's public. Like I just Googled it. It looks like they cast him in like 2021. Yeah. They cast in 2021. They had an open call for him. And the description is kind of great. The description is so accurate. They had, of all things, as a voice reference, they used Draco Malfoy. They're like, we want him to sound like that, and I don't hear it at all. Whatever they went with is not Draco Malfoy. I like whatever they went with way better. But it literally, the title of the project isn't even Reverse 1999. It's like a code name and stuff, but the character says Oliver Fogg. And it says, like, government clerk who's 15 years old. I'm like, there's no way. This is absolutely the same Oliver Fogg. This is 100% Oliver Fogg. I found it by accident. I also found the audition, this one came up when I searched the same thing. I also found the public auditions for Leilani, Moonlight, and Cornbloom. And it's the same, like, fake name, so it's, like, definitely it. It had been in the works for a long time, it seems. Hello, Dan Kibo? Obviously, I didn't find it in 2021, but I found it after I was already playing the game.
Most people here use an alias, though it's all up to you. Just make sure you pick a good one. It's not easy to change once it's confirmed.
Hello, Nagi-san.
I see. Thank you for telling me.
I think I found it when I was, like, doing some research out of curiosity into the games I play, just trying to figure out, like, how to get on their radars. Am I saying I've got a choice? No! Absolutely not. I was trying to figure out how to get a chance, and I stumbled upon, like, multiple years old audition. It's one of those things where it's like, I think you just have to have the connections. That's really how almost all these games are. You have to have the connections. But to get the connections, just like any other industry, you have to prove yourself. You have to be like, here's how good I am. Here's my expensive demo reel. Here's my clout. Here's my years of experience to even be considered. And it's like, how do you get that, you know? It's pain. I do want to kick my butt in gear, though, and get a demo reel. I think that's really important. I had a really big opportunity that fell through recently for reasons outside my control, and I never want that to happen again. In this case, there were complicated things that I needed to resolve and I couldn't resolve in time, but now I know what to do. So, I really want to kick my butt in gear and get myself as prepared as possible so that if anything ever comes up again, I am prepared to hit the ground running instead of Yeah. It wasn't with this though, of course. I can't say what it was. I really can't. But I don't want to ever go through that again. It's been quite a while and I still haven't mentally recovered from that situation. It's like mass depression that I'm trying to crawl out of. So I gotta take steps so it never happens again. The day he left home came close to another date soon to be celebrated. That's it. He hands over his application
Let me
form.
check. All right, no problemo. The storm has made everyone's life harder here. The Foundation is always in need of more manpower, and in need of honest men like you, even more so. Welcome to the St. Pavlo Foundation Far East Branch, Mr. Nende.
A name means existence. What is hard to accept? Knowing that your city can't be found on any map, or that city still shares its name but has changed entirely. He's tried before, but his arcane skill doesn't work on living beings. That fleeting glow he remembers is probably just an illusion.
You're thinking about something. Missing your home again, yes? It's okay. Vila said as long as we pay attention in class and keep learning, we will be able to rebuild Reashki in the future. We will rebuild it as long as each and every comrade keeps that goal in their mind. And I will never forget.
The voice is the same? With the accent or without? I'm curious. The sunflower tilts its head. The boy mimics it. Then he pats his friend's shoulder, offering a little encouragement.
Большое спасибо, товарищ Август.
Name is still lost in thought as the aurora begins to spill across the sky. I don't really know what Cristallo is, I don't think. It follows its own patterns, constant and resplendent, existing without the need for names. Nothing in nature is made for humanity.
Come here, Alia. You can have the best seat.
Oh, they're watching the aurora! Cute.
Oh, I think for now, I'd prefer to be called Kibarina.
I think I figured out why this is one of the strongest events. Funny enough, almost all the ones without Vertin are like the best ones. With the exception of Tuesday. 2.1 had Vertin and that was peak. It's just fun getting to dig more into the other stories without having to like put the protagonist in. She mutters something more under her breath, but still finds herself sitting in the offered spot.
Hurry up. You don't get an aurora like this every night.
What is Reverse 1999 Depression and Existential Crisis, the game?
You need those charged particles up there for your arcane skill.
I thought we were here for a vacation.
Both.
It can be more than one thing. You do need this, though.
She finds a suitable rock to sit on and brushes the dust off the stones beside her for Kiparina and Voyager.
Stay calm. Walking in space is definitely going to be easier than walking a tightrope.
That's a good way to put it, Hakia. The self-contained stories have more space to focus on the characters, yeah. I really enjoy the self-contained stories. Think it's... Oh, that's true! They focus more on the life of the characters instead of having a big plot against the Manus. True! Although I do say the San Francisco event was one of my favorites, and that had the Manus kind of... Well, the Order of Enlightenment. I haven't played Chapter 7 or 8 or 9 yet, so I don't quite know what's going on there, but we'll see.
There's no absolute direction up there. Up or down depends on the reference you choose. In short, there's no falling down.
Kiparina nods seriously. That's almost a weird, comforting thought in a way.
Tomorrow? No. The day after tomorrow. I'll be up there, drifting above the earth with the stars. I wonder if they'll feel warm to the touch.
Whether from nerves or the night wind, she shivers. I also would like to not be reminded of spoilers I might have seen. Just because I'm trying to forget any spoilers that I've seen so they can catch me as off guard as possible when I get there, yeah? Hello, Fuzzy Ducky! Yeah, it's rerunning right now. It's really good, too. Hisabeth opens her arms wide to pull both girls into a huddle.
The night is so cold. Back with the Utreniaya. On nights like this, I would sneak into the pens and sleep beside Masha, the Berka by Dukerov. She was so warm to cuddle.
Moorbunk might have been one of the heaviest patches. The ending hurt. I think I'm pretty ready for the collab. I mean, I have a lot saved up. I should be fine. The main thing is trying to fit it in my schedule. Wait, I sound familiar? That's crazy.
Oh, sorry. I'm not suggesting you remind me of bears. It just feels safe.
There were times during the coldest winter nights that my siblings and I would cuddle up with the stray dogs to keep ourselves warm.
Hold on. You people don't just hibernate.
Tuesday's Motel is rerunning. Yes! Anyone who hasn't played it yet, get in now because you need to enjoy. You need to enjoy Peak Horror Wife. She'll help you shoot her baby. Do not miss it. It is Peak! This is the first time their little team has sat together without the mission on their minds, chatting instead about past lives and faraway memories. Before she realizes it, sleepiness sneaks up on Kiparina. She stands to shake off her sudden drowsiness, and Hisabeth rises with her.
We should head back. We don't want our little astronauts.
Yeah, they feel like a found family. It's really cute. Don't worry. For anyone who's like just having a realization, how? I'm very public about it. Don't worry, you're fine. Don't be scared about it or anything. It's fine. This is just my for fun place. Isn't that an abortion? No, it's not. The baby's alive. The baby has to be put down. It's eating people. It's killing people. It's eating them. See, they go inside the baby and then the baby eats them. So she has no choice. You have to shoot her baby. Just trust me. It's a trip. It's a trip.
Hey, you think I don't see what you are doing? You haven't told us your story yet.
It's my favorite event in any gacha game. I especially really liked Tuesday's side story. It was creepy as hell.
It's been on my mind since I first got here. Why would you do all this?
Believe it or not, that was barely a spoiler because out of context, that makes no sense. You'll have to play it.
I don't? Well, I should make more of an effort to match the stereotype.
She tilts her head just enough to catch the dozing little snake and nudge it back onto her shoulder. You found this while watching another reverse. The algorithm. I'm sorry, Fuzzy Ducky, if the algorithm gave you a jump scare. Trust me. I raid my own waiting rooms. Don't be concerned. Don't worry. This account has existed over a year, and I've been in my own concerts. Don't worry. God, I've been in my own original song. Just don't worry.
What? Not convincing enough? Perhaps you want something more in depth? Way back when, before all this, Pointer and I were being driven mad by work. We would walk out here and there was something she would say to me.
She narrows her eyes, watching the shifting curtains of light with interest. High-energy solar particles, shaped by the Earth's magnetic field, dance across the sky in colors visible to the naked eye. If you listen closely, you might even hear their faint crackling. The fact that it took people more than 2 seconds to recognize is almost impressive. I feel like I'm in super stealth mode.
Language is a tool that permits us to describe how the universe was created and how it will end. Through it, we reflect on our existence. In order to understand eternity, we must first understand death and impermanence.
Oh, I'd rather not. I'd rather not discuss those things, actually. After a small shake of her head, she regains her usual casual tone.
What do you think? Good impression of her, no? Everyone says it's my best.
The aurora hanging high above the sky shines down at the people below. Brilliant beams fall, blurring the edge between snow and sky and softening every expression into something unreadable. No, I will say, Fuzzy Ducky, that's a good thing to do. Just in general, where I am very public and encouraged to be public, so like it's fine. But with other people, if you ever, and just in general with VTubers, if you ever hear a voice that sounds potentially the same, it's probably a good thing not to bring it to attention. In my case, it's not so much of an issue, but for some people it might be. So if you think you find something forbidden, just enjoy it for what it is and keep that to yourself. In general is a good rule. Hisabeth's voice feels like it's coming from far away.
Tomorrow
I think I
might be our
skipped
last
some
free day
dialogue.
before the storm. I guess it's fitting then to ask the age-old question. If tomorrow was the last day of your life, what would you do?
You saw Josh being a mod and was like, oh yeah, I don't even really try to hide it, so. It's fine. I didn't even plan on streaming here. There's just reasons that I have to do it here and not somewhere else. Okay. So I guess we're getting right into before the storm next time when we come back. Oh, we'll do this first real quick. New Year's wishes made when the Kremlin's bells ring are kept here, ready to be laughed at next year. Open the cabinet. Become director. Drink endless wine. Succeed in projects. That is a list of goals. What do you mean endless wine? World peace. Conquer the galaxy. Those sound like contrasting statements. Go home for a visit. Live to see next year? When your goal is live to see next year? That's a real goal though for a lot of people. Like if they don't know if they'll make it. Touch Mars with your own hands. Establish relations with alien life. Those are some interesting goals. Grow flowers in Siberia. Free yourself from material needs. Become a true engineer. Defeat death. Defeat death. Marry Anastasia. Witness history. Bro is sounding like Manus Vindictive. The last one is very concerning. Like some of these are wholesome or a little strange. What do you mean defeat death, marriage, and witness history? That sounds like villain goals to me. Do not trust. Massive concern. Massive, massive concern. Get free stuff. Yeah! What is... Oh, it's just because I haven't clicked on these ones. I was like, why is it red? No, it's still red! Why is it red? Is there... What? Did something refresh and I missed it somewhere? I don't think so. Oh. I need to save up for this one. I don't know. Okay. Anyway. I don't have the ability to raid people on YouTube. On Twitch, I keep forgetting to get like an alternate browser so I can like check who's live. Did I buy 6 using the golden cassettes? Maybe. I think I bought him. Yeah, I don't remember how, but yeah. Yeah. I didn't have him! Yeah. I guess that's it for now. On Twitch I can read, I don't have the people I follow available, so I can't really send you guys to anyone I'm familiar with. So apologies if I send you somewhere weird. I don't really have the ability to track down people so easily. So we'll just go somewhere. I'm tired. I can't raid on YouTube though, I'm afraid. I'm too small. I don't matter enough to YouTube to allow me to raid people. So, I'm gonna raid somewhere on Twitch, on YouTube. Sorry. Actually, I will drop a link in case you haven't seen it. Hold on. There was a song cover that released earlier today. I can't raid, so I'm gonna just end both streams instead of raiding to get off a little quicker. But if you want to check out the new song cover, I'll put it in both chats. The song cover is one that had been in the works for a while. I was invited to sing. Another forum was invited to sing Cry For Me by Iron Mouse and Booby. And the song sounded really cool, so I was excited to learn it. And it finally came out just 15 hours ago. So if you guys could go listen to that and maybe leave a comment if you enjoy it or whatever, that would be great. I will... Oh, I hit play by accident. Instead of rating, I'll just leave you guys with that link to encourage everyone to go check it out. I'm hoping we can finish next Saturday. I don't have a guarantee right now, sorry. I have to prioritize work, so anything that is not work is going to be subject to my availability. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.